Who's rapping? Overkeen. Dragons? I'm not overkeen. I'll dice them like a knife, slicing right through an aubergine. My dragon shout flow is sweeter than a soda stream. You won't believe your eyes. I'm like an overload of dopamine. A broadsword in one hand and a magic spell in the other. I'm the last of the dragonborn. There's no other, my brother, so run for cover. If you've got scales, then I'm on your tail, and I will not.
Welcome to the 37th Snoogans edition of a Skyrim Addict Podcast Roundtable. It's the 8th episode of Season 6. Welcome, everybody. We are the show who compares and contrasts Skyrim experiences through a lively roundtable discussion by playing through the same quest with characters who have been randomly assigned drastically different attributes. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Right. A few people could not join us this evening, so we're down to more of a nuts and bolts of the core crew. We have Colin with us this evening. How are you, sir?
Evening, sir. I am very well. Yourself?
Very well. Thank you for joining us this evening. Always glad to speak with you, Colin. And Michael, how are you today?
Good. Drinking heavily.
Oh, great. What are you drinking on?
Lightly, I should say. A Cape May Brewery Coastal Evacuation double IPA.
That sounds dangerous.
It's very dangerous, living on the edge here.
Hopefully the Red Cross is alerted that you are about to put that to your lips.
Yes.
And also, Victor, hello. How are you tonight?
I'm well. How's everybody? I'm coming to you from the land of barking dogs.
Oh, so you were at Andrew's place, yeah?
Yeah.
Bard's College with Andrew right here.
Yeah.
And welcome everybody.
Can I be sure to name and shame the other guys, please?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, please go ahead.
No, you, because you're the host.
Me name them.
And shame them.
Shame them. Well, I can't really shame any of them because I think Juan has a pretty good excuse. He's judging. What kind did he say? I forget what exactly kind he said. Some sort of really heavy stouts or something. So he.
I thought it was Nord Mead.
Nord Mead?
Now I'm disappointed.
Oh. Specifically the Blackbriar.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think I got that.
Briar Meadery, yeah.
Awesome. Let's see. I don't know. Pat just kind of slinked away. I don't know what Pat's doing.
Art again. He's probably another art thing.
Some sort of art release or something snooty. I don't know. He's got a top hat and a monocle on wherever he is.
Going to some vegetarian restaurant in the city.
Yeah, some vegan place.
And eating a Big Mac, right?
Yeah. And Jeremy, his character is literally dead.
He killed his character, yes.
Poor Nads. I feel so bad.
Nadsler took one.
Yeah. The results of the modding, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's all Victor's fault.
Yeah.
More than likely. Yeah.
So what could have caused that sort of trouble? Just different mods updating and him not updating them in the correct order and stuff like that, and just kind of things got out of control, or
then you have
who knows? Just
I mean, it could have been a two perfectly fine, perfectly working mods. It's just that when you put two of them together, they fuck up in one place in your game, probably from the very beginning. But he didn't know that until he got 15 levels in. So it could be something as simple as that. Or it could be that it's just it's trying to spawn a particularly disgusting spoon every 15 seconds, and the computer doesn't like it, so it crashes. So you have no idea what it could be, especially with an Xbox. You wouldn't really be able to find out what it was.
I'm not sure if you're saying that in jest, but under what circumstances would the game need to be spawning a spoon or something?
No, well, yeah, you can get it where the game's trying to spawn something that it doesn't have the correct information for. So, an enemy, and it just doesn't have enough information to be able to, or it conflicts with something else that's in that area. So it can just cause it to crash, or there's something missing from it.
It's trying to render two things in the same location, and that's guaranteed to crash.
That's no good.
Yeah. So
I've tried to walk into areas before, and it's just crash, crash, crash. Then I fast travel away, go somewhere else, wait 24 hours, and then walk back to the same place, and then walk in, and then there's nothing wrong with it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. There are some notorious spots too, especially on PC Legacy Skyrim. There's some notorious crashy locations like the confluence of roads and streams and stuff around Haunting Brew Meadery there outside of Whiterun. That's a good spot for crashes.
Lots of liveliness going on there.
Yeah.
He was about to go up the mountain, correct? At not Rorkstead. What's it called? Iverstead.
Iverstead, yeah.
Is that where he was? That he started having all the trouble?
I thought he was going in to get Esbern.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think he'd already started having trouble before that, though. So yeah. Plus, he had like 45 mods loaded, and who knows which ones, conflicting with what, or no patches or whatever. So that's what happens. Mods.
I'm sure you have at least 50 or whatever mods installed, but you've delicately.
Not on my Xbox, no.
No. Okay, yeah. Oh God, he was doing this on Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah. Double likes with 30 plus.
Yeah, the Xbox I only have like 20, 25 at the most, I think, and they're fairly well picked, I think. So
yeah.
I did finally delete RDO though, because I had a couple of more of those memory leak or whatever, or memory location crashes with it. It's not one of those mods that you have to worry too much about deleting. So
that's good. I need to do more research about that. I actually, Michael and I were saying that I haven't even really looked at mods since I started the Roundtable character, because I knew once I started the character, I didn't want to deviate from, just start adding a bunch of stuff willy-nilly and screw the character up. I wanted to try to actually let the character survive the rest of the season. I got my Fallout Roundtable character in trouble by adding stuff. I was like, whatever, that'll be fine. And I eventually killed that character. So I decided, from the outset, you get this set, you get a very minimum. I think I only have like 10 or 12 running, and I delicately checked them and deliberately went through the list and looked at all the descriptions and load order recommendations and stuff. So I think I have it set fairly well, and I'm not going to add anything to screw. And I don't want to pull a Nadzler.
You're safe enough when you're adding a mod that doesn't contain an ESP. It's all textures and meshes and things like that. You're safe enough adding and subtracting those mods. They're fine. Things.
Speaking of mods, Victor, why don't you go ahead and tell us just a little bit about your new venture?
Oh, I'm not going to talk about that yet.
Oh, okay.
Are you talking about Mod Talk, or are you talking about
just Mod Talk?
Oh, Mod Talk. Well, actually, we were going to
venture. I wouldn't bring that up, but now that we did.
No, I'm working on something else. But we were going to record one last night, but Kyle got delayed with family, and so he didn't get back in time in the evening for us to record. So we will be recording one soon, hopefully during the week, maybe even tomorrow evening. I'm not sure. So.
Great. Looking forward to it. And have we gotten the posting stuff figured out, or are we still going in the?
No, I haven't. It's really distressing. I've tried several times now to, including with my own iTunes accounts. Because I made one for Mod Talk, and it just doesn't seem to like my TalkShoe feed or something. I don't know what it is. So,
oh man. Look for it in the Skyrim Addict feed then. And everybody.
So I'm looking into alternatives to TalkShoe or anything that I can do. So
might as well.
I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? So we sort of mentioned in the group not too long ago, Victor, that the Roundtable play style with the dedicated the quests and all that. I mean, I don't want this to sound whatever. It's like, but it's not your general how you play in general. Just you sort of wonder stuff. So I was just wondering, what sort of stuff have you been getting into just randomly on the side before we actually get into any quests for this evening? And I'm interested in hearing about some of the random questiness you've been getting into.
I mean, with my Roundtable character, or just in general?
Just in general, whatever you've been doing in the game.
Actually, with the Roundtable character, I've been trying to stay pretty true to the form. I mean, she has completed the Companions Guild, and she's done a few quests. She just finished the what's it called? The one with Danica, the Elder Gleam quest. We just finished that one.
Knife and the priests and guys.
Yeah, whatever. It's where you go and you go get Nettlebane and you take it to the Elder Gleam Sanctuary. And for the second time only in all the many hours I've played, I mean, I had never actually gone through the branch of the quest with what's his name, who wants to follow you out to the Elder Gleam Sanctuary. I always just knifed my way through and stabbed the tree and grabbed the sap. But I kind of like his little branch there.
That's awesome to go out with you. I was actually reading, my obsession with having permanent followers, not people who you hire or like coerce into following, but like your quest followers. You know what I mean?
Yep. I
actually learned that from that quest, you can get either Danica or that guy you were just describing, and if you don't finish the quest, either of them will follow you for a long time.
Yeah, except he tends to be he's one of those people that sort of rushes into danger willy-nilly with his fists raised. He doesn't have a weapon, so
and he's not essential either.
Yeah,
so he'll die.
Right, so he will die. Yeah.
That's too bad. What was I just Thonir or whatever his name is from Morthal. He's the guy who wants to go into the cave with you over there to kill Movarth or whatever his name is. And he is just constantly, I mean, he is essential, so it is fun to have him around, but his mapping is really different than other followers. He is just constantly on your heels. Your face. It's really strange. He doesn't have the personal, I can't really explain it other than like the personal space circle around you. Like,
so he's like Serana.
He's up in your. He's even worse than Serana. Like, there's Serana standing over here, and then Thonir is. If you turn around, you will touch noses with him.
Wow,
it's really weird.
I've never used him. He's, yeah.
I'm just kind of messing around, collecting as many people as I can as I go. So
yeah. Well, the Elder Gleam dude was like, because since we weren't fast traveling, we were walking over the roads, and as we passed Valsheim Towers, of course, he went dashing in to take on the bandit chief. So Lydia and I had to run in and save his butt.
Of course, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hey, Michael and Colin, what have you guys been randomly doing in the games?
Characters,
whatever.
Everything. Remember I did what was that? Treva's Watch. I started that and then left, and I never met the guy in the courtyard. Well, by the time I got back, the bandits had respawned and killed him.
Oh no.
So
poor dude.
Yeah, so Steleo, he's dead in the courtyard, and I can't finish that quest. Because I was in Solstheim for like 2 months and didn't visit my family or.
So.
I done the same at Kolskigger Mine on a previous playthrough. Cleared Kolskigger Mine, never went back to the two guys to tell them that I'd cleared it out. And then about 6 months later, I went back. I went, oh yeah, there's a quest mark. I told them to go back. By then, the mine had respawned. They'd gone all the way back to Kolskigger Mine and got killed by the Briarheart.
That's a shame when that happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got back there, and I saw him laying in the courtyard. I'm like, oh no, this isn't good. He's dead. So I tried seeing if he had anything in his pockets that I needed, but no, I needed to talk to him, and that wasn't going to happen.
Can you remind me of his quest? Did you say at Teva's or Teva's?
That's that Treva's Watch one. They're sitting around a campfire just outside. It's down by Riften, outside of his family's whatever stronghold, castle, whatever you want to call it. And you have to sneak in through to the cave and kill all the bandits and let him and his crew in. It's like a little side quest. It's I'm pretty sure it's down by Riften, right? Just outside of
Yeah,
Riften.
it's along the lake
Yeah.
there, just before Faldear's Tooth or whatever. It's all on the same side there.
Yeah. It's like due west. It's between Riften and Iverstead, essentially.
Yeah, I'm sure I've stumbled across it before.
Oh yeah, it's one of those ones that you kind of stumble across as you're wandering out that way.
Yeah, the first time I encountered that quest, I thought it was one of those, that they were like, trying to trick me, and they were going to take me for all my money, so I killed them all, or tried to kill them all. But I think at some stage they're essential. I don't know. Anyway, I tried to kill them, and it didn't go well for anybody. So,
They took a knee and victory.
Yeah, they're probably essential until you kick off the quest.
Yeah.
Because they come inside after that. They come into once you open the front gate of Treva's Watch, they'll come in.
Yeah, and that can be a little dicey going in through the cave.
Yeah,
there, especially if you have extra spawns on and things like that. It can get pretty violent in there.
Hey, Andrew, weren't you saying the other week that you went into a place that had 2 bandit chiefs in it? Or was that you, Michael?
I think it was me. Yeah.
And that's Trevor's Watch.
Yes, I think
I've had that happen. I had that happen to Freya just recently. There were 2 bandit chiefs somewhere. It wasn't Trevor's Watch either. It was somewhere else.
Was that a special edition thing only, or did that happen in the old edition as well?
I don't know.
No, I haven't in the old edition. In Trevor's Watch. Victor could have. Well, yeah, with the amount of mods he's got on his legacy one, he could have been.
How on earth do they expect the bandits to have any sort of organization and power structure if there's 2 chiefs? That doesn't work at all. Come on.
Upstairs chief, downstairs chief.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Big place.
Executive chief and chief junior.
Yeah, really. Where was that? That's interesting. Now I can't remember where it was. There were two chiefs. Oh,
yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure Treva's is one of the ones where I ended up with it. There might be another one too. Is it? Where's the one with the lady who's the guy's wife, who he thinks the bandits have her?
Vol something or other. Volenrund, is that it? That's Alskaven. Alskaven, right?
Maybe.
No, that's the necromancer. He's talking about the bandit chief.
Yeah.
And it's
that's Mistwatch.
Oh, that is Mistwatch. Yeah.
There
is only one bandit to the chief, which is her.
Yeah, you meet the poor schmuck husband downstairs, and yeah.
Sucker.
Yeah. Well, and you usually end up having to kill him anyway, right? Because he.
Pretty much, yeah.
Not unless you lie to him. If you don't kill her, if you do what she says.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just make a deal with her, actually. Yeah. And just give him her ring, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
And then he he sulks off like a sad sack. He's one of the sadder sack.
Yeah, totally.
For sure.
Yeah.
His wife's like, oh God, I'm done with that loser. I'm running this bandit crew. My God, just give him my ring. Get him out of here. Jeez.
Yeah.
Actually,
Felicia did respect her, but she still killed her.
Yeah.
She was like, good on you. Well done.
Yeah.
Wow, this is weird. You know what? I think it's weird. Since I don't know when, like just today, you know how I was putting down like 85 runes? Now I can only put down one at a time.
Huh.
And it happened. Something happened in the
clothing that was allowing that to happen?
No, I haven't changed anything at all, literally. It's like I'm not sure what the hell happened, honestly.
And that wasn't a mod, that was just a perk in a tree, right?
Well, it was a perk in Ordinator, but it hasn't changed.
Hasn't updated or anything?
Maybe I don't think I had. Maybe I have auto up. Is there an auto update on the Xbox? Don't you have to update it yourself?
No, it's a manual update as far as I know.
Yeah, it's a manual update. I haven't updated anything, so
unless they change that, I haven't updated anything since I started. The character. God, maybe I should update something.
You didn't go legendary on it or reallocate the points. On the black book, did you?
No, not with destruction, because I double checked just to make sure that I didn't mess around with it. But
I did notice the other day that he has updated every single one of it. That's Enai Sion has updated all of his Xbox mods. Right now, there's an update waiting for all of them. But I have not updated my Xbox character yet for those mods anyway.
I'll have to check. Maybe I did by accident or something.
Yeah.
I don't think so though. So it shouldn't have done that. But I don't know. It could be some other issue. Who knows? But I'm still able to put one down at a time, which isn't too big of a deal. It just adjusts my my play style a bit, where I'm not just like laying down a highway of runes for people to run across, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just have to be a little more conscious of what I'm doing. But I'm definitely enjoying the destruction end of the play because I haven't done that recently, especially the runes and all. But I think we're gonna start playing with a little bit of that restoration that's on there. Michael and or Michael and or Michelle, sorry, not Michael, and Christopher are in the chat.
Oh, nice. What up, Michelle?
As I butchered his name, I apologize. But yeah, I'm ready to go legendary again soon too. I think I'm sitting at level my main level 66, and I'm already at 95 enchanting, so I'm gonna go legendary on that again.
Is a quick poll, easiest category if you're gonna go legendary and you want to get there quickly as possible. Again, what's your fastest go to, Victor?
He's muted.
He's muted. Colin.
Yeah. The easiest one, I think, is if you get up to 100 in enchanting and can do 4 pieces that gives you free casting of spells, then the easiest one to do is the spells.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So get your enchanting up first and then any spell.
Yeah, so you can make equipment and gear that will give you, and you can even double up, so you could have restoration and destruction, and or sort of like illusion and conjuration. Mix that together, and then you could get both of those schools for free and make 25% cheaper 4 pieces of that. They're all free, and then you can just keep on going legendary in those, because I went legendary on restoration, and I'm already back up to 100 again. Wow. But I don't see the point in going over to a third time. It just seems weird to just constantly go legendary on the same thing.
Yeah. People have been giving me a hard time because I've never actually gone legendary.
So they should.
Yeah.
I've only done it a few times. Very, very rare.
Victor, what's your fastest? If you had to go legendary as some sort of like contest for speed, I know that's not your thing, but if you were to it, what would be your choice if you needed to level something up to go legendary as fast as possible?
Probably archery or stealth.
Sneaking, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Sneaking is one that's I might choose something like heavy armor and just put it on and go stand in front of a giant. If your level's high enough, they'll just beat on you, and you just passively.
Well, that's the problem with that. I mean, that's I don't like to grind, so that's
Or an active procedure like enchanting is definitely my
quick. It's very quick. Yeah.
I burn through enchanting pretty quickly. Now,
actually, come to think of it, I mean, you can do that with alchemy too, with some expensive potions. You can
just make potions and throw them away, throw them to the
right. Zap it up really fast. Yeah, but
yeah, they're both pretty fast, and even smithing is pretty fast.
Especially now that I have the one where I can take swords and turn them into ingots.
Yeah, you have a lot more material to work with.
Ars Metallica, what's it called?
Yeah, Ars Metallica. Yeah.
Yeah, that levels up. I haven't done nearly as much smithing as I usually do, and I feel like my smithing is much higher than it would be at this point in this character already, just because of that.
I was having to think about what I said on a previous episode about getting smithing experience from the smelter, and I'm not really thinking that was valid. What I would say is that if they changed it, instead of you doing it at the smelter, if you did it at the at the actual forge, and it called it deconstruction, like they do in ESO. So you're deconstructing swords and deconstructing armor and taking them apart piece by piece to see how to go together. Now that, I say, would be a very valid point. But just going up to the smelter and dumping a big chunk, cutting all the leather off and then throwing a big chunk of iron armor in and just melting it down. I don't see how that could get you smithing experience. But going to the forge and then taking the armor apart piece by piece and deconstructing it down to its base components, then melting it down. That was
so have you ever actually yourself, Colin, in real life taken ore and smelted it into ingots and learned how to adjust the temperature of the forge and know exactly how hot to make it and exactly what kind of alloys and things like that you need to watch out for, and impurities and how to skim them off and how to make a good ingot or a bad ingot? I mean, there's some skill there. So
there's a skill with any trade, but the thing is that if you look at the people who work on the smelters in Skyrim and how it's based, they're not skilled laborers. They're probably one of the cheapest paid laborers apart from miners. They got you're not talking to Adrienne. She obviously has her own forge and her own smelter. She uses that. But the smelter over at Markarth is basically the lowest of the low. The people who live in the warrens are the ones that work the smelter.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't get experience for it. I don't know. I usually I use a mod on Legacy Skyrim called Complete Crafting Overhaul, and it allows you to. It gives you a scale for a small amount of experience on using the forge. So I usually tick it up a couple of notches just to give myself a small amount of experience. I think and the same thing with the tanning rack. I mean, I think it's perfectly valid to be gaining experience from a tanning rack. But that's just me.
Yeah, that
does make sense.
Because those capes I make are just breathtaking.
That's a lot of stitching, man. It's hard to stitch leather. Got to have an awl, and
all of the leather products are hard to find these days.
Yeah, I think the one thing they should eliminate from Ars Metallica though is the getting points for mining. Itself.
Hey, come on! You have to know what to hit.
You have to know what to hit.
I don't know. I think it's perfectly valid. I think mining is just as a skill as well, and it's not. You shouldn't be gaining as much skill points as you should for crafting a set of really fine armor for sure. But a small amount, a small percentage, I don't think there's anything
terrible. Yeah,
I think it'd be fun if they had different kinds of mining. Like if you had to bring something that would eat away the rock around it, and
water cannon,
some chemical extraction or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I do like about the Stalrim stuff is you have to have the specific pickaxe to be able to do it. I think that's a nice addition. Whereas if you had to have a better pickaxe to do ebony or whatever it may, or the geodes or something like that,
That makes sense. Yeah.
Mark that down. That would
be more difficult to mine anyway.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. Instead of just the same 3 whacks it takes with a pickaxe to get iron, it should take some sort of
maybe you have to have a dwarven pickaxe to be able to get ebony or something like that.
Oh, yeah, you have to make the next stuff. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, in deference to the mod, to the CCOR mod, it also shifts a lot of other things around. For instance, it takes 5 pieces of ore to make a single ingot instead of 2. So there's a fair amount. There's some balance there. But
yeah, the pickaxe thing's kind of Minecraftian, I will admit.
Well, that's what the notched pickaxe is all about, right?
Yep.
One for
Yeah. Well, because in that you need whatever it is. You can't mine certain things with certain pickaxes. You need a high enough level.
Yeah.
Like for diamond, you need whatever it is, iron or something like that. But I forget exactly what it is. It's been a little while since I played it, but essentially that.
My character's stuck in a mountain.
Oh, in Minecraft, you got stuck. You got lost.
I was like, I'm gonna see if I can dig straight through this mountain, and it lets you. But
Oh yeah.
I thought I would just go straight through, and I forgot that if you just point up or down, you can also dig up or down. So I don't know if I'm so dark and I don't have a torch, and I need to figure out. My character's stuck in there. I don't know which direction to go now. It's so dark. I've gone into. I don't know if I.
Yeah, if it's dark. It gets tough in there.
I might. I might have to start.
Can't you just dig all the way through to the other side of the mountain?
See, that's what I was trying, but I don't know.
Dug down. That's the problem.
If I've dug down at all, or if my face is pointing down, I could be digging at an angle that, like, is there a bottom, Michael?
Oh yeah, there's a bottom limit. Yeah.
And will it tell me? Will the screen pop up and tell me?
No, you just won't be able.
It'll be Minecraft China. Will come up and then you just.
Yeah, you won't be able to go any further, but you won't be able to tell because it's pitch black. So
Yeah,
you
that is the other problem. Yeah.
It's black. That's all I'm seeing. So I don't know. I just might have to kill the character. He might be dead.
You could dig up. Do you have any? I don't know. I'm not getting into Minecraft.
Yeah, really.
I just got it because of the new Fallout expansion.
Yeah, I was playing a little bit with. Well, we were in the same world there, playing Fallout.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were running around for a minute there. You're trying to show me stuff. I literally never played Minecraft. This is weird as shit. You're like, I
like Fallout world quite a bit. I've played in the Skyrim one as well, but I do like the Fallout one. Yeah,
nice. It's fun to play around in. It's good. The Skyrim one also cool.
Yeah, really fun. It's you get your places that you are familiar and things like that. Same kind of thing.
I wonder if you just mine your way to Blackreach then instead of having to go through the fucking long ass hall to get there.
I don't. There might be a Blackreach, but I don't know. I've never checked, to be honest.
Down into Blackreach instead of having to do the whole like dwarven ruin mazes.
Yeah, there's got to be some. There might be something. I know there's Skyhaven Temple, I think, is there.
Oh God, I love Sky. Speaking of Skyhaven Temple, actually, we should maybe because some of the quests we're getting into are fucking long hauls. So we should actually get into Skyhaven Temple a little bit, and discuss our quest here in a minute or so.
Are you referring to Alduin's Wall?
No, Alduin's Wall. What is that, Victor?
Well, golly, that's the next quest, Andrew.
So at this point, I'm very sad in the game because for a brief moment, I had yet 2 extra very powerful followers in Esbern and Delphine.
Yeah.
And at this point in the game, this is when they have to part ways.
Yeah, they just kind of run off. Yeah.
I don't get to have them with me anymore. Very sad. But Alduin's Wall is beautiful. I love the art that they did. It reminds me of, I mispronounced his name. It's either Giger or Geiger who did the alien like xenomorph art and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but I don't know. It's just really intricate, really cool art on that wall. I really like that. Anyway, so we should get into that before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Colin, how do we get to the wall?
Did you want to introduce characters and things like that first?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your character and each person before we get into stuff that we've done. We'll say a little bit about our character before we launch into. Good call, Colin. Good catch.
Hi guys, my name is Colin, calling in from Essex in England. My character's name is Clesia Iridia, an imperial female. Legate Clesia Iridia. She's completed the, I forgot the name of it now, the Civil War on the Imperial side. Her assigned attributes, I would say, skills, would be enchanting, two-handed, and I I've forgotten what the thief one. Pickpocket. The first two are up to 100. The pickpocketing is still at about 57, 60. I haven't been concentrating in it too much. I've laxed off of trying to disarm opponents because she doesn't steal anything, because she doesn't commit any crime. Apart from one murder, but that was all in the good cause. For the kids, you know.
For the kids, yeah.
And that's about it. Her spouse is Lydia, and she's using her as a follower, and she's currently in the middle of doing the Dawnguard quest line as her sort of like side stuff, as well as doing the main quest.
Nice.
That's it. It's me. Victor?
Yeah. Oh, Andrew's muted. Well, my character's name is Freya Hawthorne. She's distantly related to Chade Hawthorne, who's a character elsewhere on the Facebook group.
Nasty piece of work, that Chade.
Yeah, definitely nasty piece of work. So Freya is Bosmer. She is fairly young. She's in her mid-20s. Her skill sets are conjuration and archery and sneak, all of which she's up in the high 60s at right now. She's begun to really try to concentrate more on her conjuration, since she's, as we'll find out later, had to join the Mages Guild, at least briefly. So since she's thought she might do some serious study in conjuration. So she's begun experimenting with summoning Dremora and things like that, whereas before she was just dabbling in it. And summoning bound weapons, especially the bound bow. That was her, since she is an archer after all. Her spouse is Silja, who is a miner from Shore Stone, who is now residing with Lucia and Sophie at Bree's home in Whiterun. But as soon as they are able to afford it, they'll be buying Proudspire Manor, I assure you, and moving to Solitude. That is, as soon as the Stormcloaks have sacked the city and run out those awful Imperial bastards. And that's about it.
We'll be back.
Let's see. My character, I'm Michael. You may know me from such places as Podcast. My character is a Khajiit. I named him Maskir. His stats roll was 3 stamina, 1 magicka, 2 health. My skills were smithing, alteration, light armor. I believed, well, smithing, I've gone legendary and I'm back up to 77. Alteration, I'm at 78 right now. I have been working on that, but it's a slower grind because I'm wearing armor and stuff. So, you know, alteration does take a while. And light armor, I believe I'm at 100 already. Yes, I should be. I am level 66, so I should be 100 there. Sided with Stormcloaks in the Civil War. My class is a warlock, so I have been using a lot of magic. I do have the Atronax Stone. I do have Vindrel Hall. I go there very rarely. My poor children are both living there. One of them being Lucia, who I adopted, or Lucia, however you may say it. I make her Italian, so I call her Lucia. And my house Carl's Argus, who I don't think I have, but I have several other house Carls. Who's Calder? That's supposed to be my spouse.
He's the Windhelm. House Carl.
Okay. I'll have to get over there and work on that then. And my faction is supposed to be the Vampire Clan, but I haven't started Dawnguard yet. I'll probably be doing that in between these next set of quests, actually. So.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever maybe even encountered Calder, because I don't think I've ever taken Hiram as or become a Thane there.
You know what? I may not have either, now that you mention it.
If you take the right side on the Civil War quest line, then they give it to you for free.
Maybe I do have him.
Oh, really?
I did the Civil War quest, so that is a possibility that I do have him already and don't know it. I probably just have to go pick him up in Windhelm is what it is, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You still have to buy the house, but
Oh, wait. I haven't done the murder thing yet, so I can't get the house yet. That's why. That's all. So I'll be doing that soon too. I do have to get back to Windhelm. I'm going to be heading back there because I'm going to probably do some Dark Brotherhood also while I'm over there. I haven't actually started that yet either.
The Blood on the Ice quest, recommendation out there for anyone. Don't start it unless you're ready to do it.
Yes, do it all at once.
In limbo.
Yeah. That is a quest that glitches like crazy.
Oh, it sure does.
Did they special edition? They could have fixed it, maybe, right? Who knows? I haven't tried it, so
good luck with that one.
Yeah, good.
Well, I do have a tip that sort of like gets you out of the funky waiting about. When they say when you speak to the woman, I can't remember her name, really annoying one.
Oh yeah,
who's after the Captain Lonely Gal. She tells you, don't that's going to be Wolfgar. Where everybody knows he sort of like messes around in necromancy, and she tells you better go and speak to the steward. Don't go to Wolfgar because he's dangerous. If you go directly to Wolfgar, that'll allow you to finish the quest all in one go.
Yeah, rather than back and forth.
Yeah, don't go to the steward. When she says to you, go to the steward, don't go to Wolfgar. You ignore her and go directly to Wolfgar or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Go to the mage directly.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, and also make sure halfway through, make sure you go and bring the necromancer's amulet to Calixto and sell it to him, or that'll be stuck in your inventory for the rest of your playthrough.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that does get stuck there, doesn't it?
And plus, it doesn't change at the end of the quest, so you miss out on a very, very powerful piece of equipment.
So if you sell it to him, it changes, right? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It comes back with some enchantments on it after you pick it up the second time. I didn't manage to save the woman this time.
Oh, did you?
He was too quick. He already had her down before I got close to him. Because I'm swinging the hammer. Very slow.
I got there the one time too early, but he was already there, and we both just stood there for like an hour. He was just literally standing right behind her with the knife in broad daylight, and I'm like, "That's weird." We both just kind of stood there, and he didn't go anywhere. And I'm like, "All right."
Triggered by time?
It was.
That's weird.
Because I got there, it was still daylight. I think you have to meet him in the market in the evening or something like that. You're supposed to, or something like that.
At night, yeah.
But this was still daylight, and she was still working at her booth. And he's just standing there, like ready to attack for quite a long time. And I'm like, all right, you probably should have been caught already because you're really terrible at this. But the guards didn't notice. They didn't seem to notice him menacingly standing behind her with a dagger or whatever he had in his hand. Or seemed to care. Maybe they didn't like her. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they wanted her to die.
Yeah, I mean,
the one I didn't save was the woman that walks past you. I think she's Wood Elf or High Elf, one of the two. She's walked past you. She goes, "Horses. Every day it's horses. Do you know how boring horses are? Not as boring as you, love. Get lost."
So where were we on Alduin's wall? Had we
waiting for you to introduce yourself and your character?
Quickly, I am curing Tinker Keeps, a male Argonian. It's been strange playing an Argonian. It's actually really nice to have the option to just swim away from stuff. If at lower levels, if I got caught by a troll or something and there was a lake or pond nearby, if the Argonians can breathe underwater, so you just go underwater and there's never any danger underwater. Slaughterfish every once in a while, but that's just about all the danger you'll ever face. It's been a really nice battle tactic, especially for my character who's a restoration specialist. I don't do lots of fighting overall, and unless you count taking the perk and the tree that turns restoration spells into damage against your enemies. That's just about all the battling I'm actually doing with my male Argonian, but it's actually an incredibly weird and different play style for me, but it's been really fun so far. Light armor, which is nice to have one of those passive skills to increase. So you just get hit a bunch and it pops up. And smithing, like I said earlier, we're using the Ars Metallica, so smithing is leveling up a lot faster than usual. And any of you guys who use the Ars Metallica mod, wait, actually, I don't know. This might be added by this is added by something else. You have the option to turn a grinding wheel and a table.
Oh, that's part of coordinator, yeah.
Coordinator, you have the option of turning those into something like special home ones or something. What is that about?
It's called you get 20% better thing out of it, I believe, is what it is. Let's see.
It's basically you customize your own personal one that you use most often.
Advanced Workshop, that's it.
There you go, yeah.
I should actually choose someone to use it. I don't really
It's not a permanent choice, though. I mean, it's like 2,500 coin, but then you can, I forget how you sell it back or whatever, but you can change it.
That's cool.
Yeah, if you sneak up to the stone, or whatever it is, or the bench, whichever. If you sneak up to it and then activate it, you can.
I usually just wait till I own a property or something like that, and then do one there. And I've never actually moved
Valendril Hall, but then that shit's all the way across town. You know what I mean?
Long way to go.
Sucks. And I've actually kind of fallen back onto one of my old habits of getting the black market guy, so I don't really go home anymore. You know what I mean? I just sell stuff on the road, like to him when I need to, or to merchants that I come across. Valendril Hall's my place, and I've dumped a bunch of stuff there, but I haven't gone back to decorate it. And I definitely, I went up to play in Solstheim for a long time, and I've been running around up there. I really like Solstheim, but so I haven't been back in a long time, and I've just kind of abandoned my house. I know I need to get an orphan and stuff like that, so I guess I should have to decorate Valendril Hall and get that ready to go. I wonder what I have to sacrifice over there to get the children's room, because they always make you make a choice.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Give up like valuable shit, like an alchemy table or something. You're like, no, I want that enchanting table, not the kid.
No, was it in Proud Spy? You don't have that. You can have them all.
Well, shit, they better let you have them all with the price tag. Proud Spy.
Look, you're paying for location in Solitude. I mean,
yeah. Oh my lord. Plus, it is a spacious estate.
Yeah. Proud Spire's big. Yeah.
Plus, you're defended by the greatest army known in all Tamriel. So, yeah.
Ha!
Well, in Vindril, though, you do have a great view out of Vindril Hall.
It is.
If it had any freaking windows and it didn't feel like a vault, it would be a good thing.
Yeah. Well, you can stand on the front porch.
Yeah, you can walk outside.
Yeah.
15,000 pound coffin.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You're on the top floor. You have no view, even though you can see over the wall to the mountains. Nice area. Although I guess with dragons flying around, you would want it to be a little more secure. So there is that.
Yeah, I still wouldn't mind a window.
Yeah, a window would be nice. I'd have to agree.
So let's see. Where did we leave off? We left off probably in Riverwood, I bet.
Yeah.
Or getting Esbern to Riverwood, probably.
That's the beginning of the quest, yeah. To get him to Delphine and
reintroduce them, and Esbern is surprised that she's alive or something. Oh, no, he was already surprised when you already told him back in the Riften that Delphine was alive. So he's like, "Oh, Delphine, good old times."
The quest technically switches in his room, right?
Oh, does it?
Yes. Yeah, you complete the last one, right in his little chamber there.
And you
and initiate this one there. Yeah.
Alduin's Wall, yeah.
And escort him basically to Riverwood, to the special attic room in the basement, and the what's it called?
Sleeping attic room.
Giant room.
Everybody can see.
He pulled out a really nice book called The Annals of the Dragon God, I think it was called.
Oh.
It's really nice. You should pick that up. It's worth about £200, I think.
Oh, my goodness.
It's got lots of information on it.
Anything fancy happen there from our scene? What happens in the basement there in Delphine's room?
They
good. Yeah, but it's like a nice sort of like, you're sitting there and he's talking to the two of you, and then she's interrupting him, and then she's turning around to you going, "Do you know what he's talking about?" And you shrug and shake your head. It's a nice little interaction when you're sitting there listening to him talk and just go, "What's the old man just rambling about?" He might say something interesting in about 10 minutes. Just bear with it.
Poor Osborne.
Yeah, quit picking on Esbern. The fucking Exorcist, man.
That's probably the highest paid actor in the entire voice acting troupe there.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ming the Merciless.
yeah.
Which is still amazing to me that he's Ming the Merciless. But
You mean the Exorcist? Come on.
the Exorcist.
Pick the more widely known.
Oh, come on. Flash Gordon is fantastic.
I've never seen it.
Really? Wait, that's right. We talked about that. You've never seen
I know. People are raging about how great that episode was. You guys just rode my ass about how
And you liked it.
And I looked it up. Who's the fucking Exorcist? And you guys didn't even tell me it was the Exorcist. Of course I knew who that guy is. Now they make the person.
Power of Christ compels you to watch Flash Gordon, you bastard.
So it's a remake of Flash Gordon. There's no way that actor was alive back in the fucking 40s or whatever, right? Or was
What's
he?
that? Flash Gordon is in the 80s. What are you talking about?
The 80s?
You didn't even know it was a movie?
That was a movie. I thought you were talking about like those sci-fi movie serials they used to do. No, I had no idea it was a movie in the 80s.
Flash.
Yeah, I mean, I know that song.
That's Queen.
Flash Gordon.
Yeah, that's from the movie.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know. What the hell? What are you getting?
Oh man, it's I'll just say maybe the graphics don't hold up over time, but it is fantastic.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes to go back and see those.
I don't know if they really held up in the time, but we'll say. To be fair,
in the time,
Brian Blessed makes up for any inconsistencies.
That is true.
10 minutes of him, and then you're fine. It's sort of like entertainment gold.
Get your fill of Ming and then bust out.
Man, Ming's daughter is blazing in that movie, though. Holy cow!
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's probably 60 right now, but
I'm sure she's still smoking.
She was wearing the spandex of the day, shiny spandex of the day, whatever it was.
Sequins.
She was an X-Man.
Was she?
No, but that's what they all wear.
Oh, that is true. That is what they wear. It's a good point. In the cartoon, anyway. They stopped wearing them in movies. They need to get back to that.
Yeah.
Yellow and blue?
Yes, the bright yellow and blue, and very inconspicuous. Nobody would notice you.
From easy sight in the night. Yeah. So we got to the basement. Then we have to escort. You actually Delphine gives you the option to meet her there, or you can go with her. Isn't this one of those situations? I think I said, "Come on, everybody, let's trot over to."
Oh, the Skyhaven.
Not Karthspire, is it? Where?
Karthspire, yeah. Technically, it's Karthspire. Yeah, you can just meet them there. It's actually, I don't know. I don't think they give you the option, do they?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, you can travel alone or travel with them. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Delphine has to hand the inn off to poor Orgnar.
Oh God, yes, that scene.
Yeah.
Beautiful, tragic.
Yeah.
That guy's like, what?
Yeah.
I know you can do it. He's like,
Yeah, poor guy just doesn't say anything. He just sort of looks wistfully off after her, and it's all over. Oh dear.
Ship? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
At some point during the question, if you talk to him, you can say to him, "Do you know what Delphine is up to?" And he goes on about saying, "Oh well, what she gets up to in her own time is none of my business, and shouldn't be any of yours either," or something like that.
Yeah. He's the ultimate strong silent type.
Mhm.
Yeah. I usually just take a cart to Markarth when I'm doing that section of the quest.
How far is Karthspire from Markarth?
It's just down the hill. You go down you can go out of Markarth, you can take a left or you can go straight. Doesn't matter. Eventually they all wend their way back around. But basically go down the hill to the next it's the second left across a bridge and you end up at the Karthspire. I almost always get a dragon spawn there too.
There's a mound up by
up at the top of the hill there. There's a mound. Yeah.
If you come in through Soljun's sinkhole, that area, you can let the dragon kind of take care of everything for a while.
Yeah, I did that this time. I let him, and I'm getting ancient dragons now, I think. So I let the dragon take care of a lot of those Forsworn, and then I sneaked up the hill and into the. I didn't bother trying to take out the whole camp full of Forsworn. There's a hag up there. There's also a very powerful frost mage up at the top of the. So she's
the Smith
pretty,
area.
Yeah, she's pretty powerful.
Ritual stones and having the hags follow me. And
do you? Is that what you do with them?
it's fun.
Except for their heavy breathing.
Oh man, that is great. Dog, the hag ravens, like a symphony.
Yeah.
Symphony of the Ritual Stone, a song by Andrew Myers.
Symphony of the Ritual Stone. The next short tour.
The fucking your bandits are like.
Oh, they're the worst. Yeah, they're oh my god, they're like brain dead.
Oh yeah, that's great. And so Karthspire is a pain in my ass. I hate going into Karthspire. I don't know. Victor says you don't even clear those. You don't even bother clearing them out, which is probably
why bother?
All you have to do is get in.
I don't know why I do. It's just it's where either a couple different rivers meet up. It's like a weird sort of spot. Yeah. And there's a bridge work going up, and it's just a pain in my ass for some reason. I always have a hard time. Now I don't know why I never thought about just fucking run over to the cave and run on in.
Well, there's usually a few of them up on the sort of the front porch of the cave there. You have to kill off a few up there, but and there's
Briarheart inside.
There's a Briarheart inside, and there's sort of a couple foragers. Are those the next one down from Briarheart? I can't remember.
Yeah, no, it's Pillager.
Pillager, that's it. Yeah,
Pillager and Forager, right?
Yeah. And so there's a couple of those, but it's not as bad as if you try to take out the whole camp.
I just wiped out the whole camp. They're enemies of the Empire. So
Freya's only level 26 right now, so she wasn't about to attempt all that.
So when you enter this cave, is that where the puzzles immediately start, or is there a section that you have to go through before you go? Is there a
you go through the section,
fire section, and then it turns into Skyhaven Temple through a load screen later?
No.
You
can come to the outskirts. So you go through and you're in a Forsworn cave, and you'll have, I think it's a couple of foragers and the Briarheart's in there. But he's the mage Briarheart, so if you've got enough resist on, he's not too tough.
Yeah. Plus, some surprisingly good loot in there too.
I think there's a black soul gem in there somewhere.
Yeah, one of them has a black soul gem on it. Yeah.
And then you go through there and then out the back, and then that leads to the little statues, the same as the Nordic ones, where you spin them around to get the right signal.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's the dragon-born symbol thing, yeah.
If you guys don't play with your volume on, or and you happen to miss the subtitle cue that Esbern gives you, that puzzle can be pretty infuriating.
Well,
Oh, yeah. If you don't know what
There's 4. There's not 3. There's 4, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was. I got there, and after last week's update episode, that and you guys were. I think it was you, Michael and Colin. You guys were talking about how easy this stupid puzzle was, and I got there and I'm going, what am I supposed to do now? And I felt like such an idiot.
Well, if you don't know what symbol it is, you're just spinning. Yeah. Yeah, basically you're just spinning.
Yeah.
I had done it recently. That's the only reason.
Yeah, you must. Yeah, you must have had the volume turned down, because when you turn it round with the proper symbol, it says yes, that's the one with the arrow on it. So
Right. Yeah.
and it's basically it's kind of like the male one, because it's the one with the arrow pointing out from it.
Yeah,
yes,
basically.
Yeah. Except it's pointing down. But yeah.
He also says
he's not that excited. Later on, that's why we changed it.
It's Esbern. I mean, he's old, you know. Yeah.
But he also says try it on all of them instead of like trying different patterns. Like he tells you to put the one pattern. So that is, he gives you the solution, but if you don't hear it, you can be there for a long time, enough to have to be like, what the fuck, and go look on the UESP to see what the solution is, and then smack your face because you're so dumb because it's all the same.
Well, I'm standing there thinking, I'm halfway through The Witness and I can't figure out this stupid little puzzle. Great game, by the way. Not to plug another game here, but yeah.
No, that's fine. That's hilarious. It's so but so just 4 dragon symbols and you are on your way. I think there's like a couple of platforms that probably plop down at that point that allow you to cross some bridges, maybe go up a level or 2 and wrap around, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's a floor puzzle too, if I remember right.
I usually just whirlwind sprint across that one.
Yeah, let everyone else fend for themselves.
Well, no, because there's a chain right across the puzzle, so you just
pull it down,
whiz across and pull a chain, and
yeah. The floor puzzle, of course, is there's symbols on the floor. If you follow the path of the same symbol that you just opened up the walkways with, right? You can follow that. Sort of, it wraps around a little bit, but it's not too tough. And then, like Victor mentioned, there's a pull chain across the way. You pull that chain down, and that will. What was the trap? Was it a fire?
Yeah, it's fire. Yeah.
Fireballs. It come out of the wall. Yeah, it's not like the torch is coming up at where I can never remember where that other one is, where you go through and there's spiders and there's pressure plates with torches. It's some other cave. But
it's Oostengrove.
Oostengrove, thank you.
That's it.
Where you walk on the floor and then they come out of the flames. Now this is it's like, you know, those soul traps. Soul gem trap, sorry, where it has the flowing soul gem, and then it shoots a certain spell at you. It's like that one, but it's built. It's actually in the same in Solion's Sinkhole, isn't it? When you go in there and you get to the Droga Deathlord or the Dragon Priest, depending on what level you are, there's magical pillars in there. One of them shoots fire something at you and heals the Droga Deathlord. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And then you come to the Great Head.
Yeah, the Great Head. That is good luck. One of the better looking parts of the game, I gotta say.
Yeah.
It's that Akaviri craftsmanship that was telling you. Was it Riemann Cyrodiil, I believe, is the guy?
Yeah, Riemann Cyrodiil. Yeah.
What he did? What?
That's the face when you're doing the blood puzzle or the blood seal, I should say.
Okay, on the floor, there's the you have to slice your hand and drip blood into the thing. This kind of similar to the the Dawnguard one to get Serana out a little bit. Not really, but
where it pokes your hand. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that face. I took a screen cap of it. The face is pretty fucking cool. Again, that face reminded me of Geiger artwork again for some reason. I don't know, but it's really cool. I like that. And then the face sort of like recedes into the wall and pops up. A door opens or something.
It is the door. It lifts back up. Yeah.
And behind the door,
there's some guy with some levers and stuff. Never mind.
Is some stairs.
Yeah, stairs.
And up behind these stairs, trot up and find
Alduin's Wall.
a beautiful wall, lots of stairways kind of wrapping around to the left and to the right. A beautiful wall. You can go up on top of this wall. There's doorways leading out to a courtyard, I believe.
Yes, the back porch is nice. I agree.
Directly opposite of the wall, there's a long dinner table. If you follow the table, it leads to a storage room, and in that storage room, I believe there's lots of blades gear, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Some chests and such to go through.
And a very special weapon.
What is the special weapon, Colin?
That is Dragonbane.
Dragonbane.
It's awesome. It does 40. Well, my one, I don't know whether it levels, but my one seems to be better than my ebony swords.
Oh, nice.
Takes a quicksilver ingot. It does 10 points of shock damage to everybody else, but it does an extra 40 points of damage to dragons.
Oh, wow. Does all of the blades gear have specific perks against dragons?
Nope.
Like, you think the armor would have like a 30% extra resistance to dragon breath or something? You know what I mean?
You can speak to Esbern and he gives you a special blessing.
Okay, what is that?
It was really bad because you're expecting this, like, you know, real sort of like, you know, serious, like he's going to start burning some sage or something, and he goes, "May your blades crack on the hides and your arrows shatter their scales." Right? That's it. Off you go.
That's right.
It's really quick.
Yeah. It does last for 5 days though, so it's
does it last that long?
Yeah.
And what is the extra? How much?
Was it 20% or something like that? I forget.
Damage against dragons?
Yeah, melee damage though. Bows and melee weapons, I believe.
Is that something you can recharge somehow? Can you go
go back? Yeah, you go back and then he does it again for you.
Oh, nice, great.
And by the way, Dragonbane is leveled, so 40 points is max.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so because because I've got the the ebony perks. So the ebony perk in smithing. So my ebony sword is the one that I made for Lydia is pretty powerful. Then I got Dragonbane, and I don't have the advanced armors. Does Dragonbane come under, because it's made of quicksilver, but would that come under advanced armors or steel?
Steel. According to this, I'm looking at the USP entry.
Right, steel. But yeah, it needs a quicksilver ingot, but it came under steel. But yeah, that one does more damage than my ebony swords do. Like base damage. It's like my ebony swords do like 50 points of damage because I haven't got any perks in one-handed, and that one done like 57, 58 points of damage. Wow. And then you have 40 on top of that. So
yeah, nice.
Great. Is that
and I gave it to Lydia, so God knows how much damage she's doing with it.
I was just about to ask, if that's something you carry around with you now?
No.
That's a perfect Lydia weapon, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you give her the rest of the gear? Do you deck her out on all blades?
No, she's in was it the Nordic carved?
Oh,
yeah.
So great.
That's the best armor for Lydia, absolutely. Freya's Lydia is also in Nordic carved. Yeah.
That's great. Good set of armor. That, and I think two of my favorite sets of armor came from that DLC, the Stalrim and the carved Nordic. I love both of those.
She looks good in Stalrim as well. Actually, she looks a lot better in Stalrim than she does in Nordic carved.
What does she
Except for the stupid helmet.
Yes, you're definitely right there. Don't put her in the stupid helmet. She'll kill you. You put her in that helmet.
The light helmet.
No, it's the one. It's basically like the Drogon Deathlord helmet with the two horns that stick. Yeah, it's like that, but in bright blue. So it just does not work.
Yeah.
It's something Elton John would have worn.
Yeah. And the heavy armor one isn't that much better, is it?
No.
The horns come out at the side.
Yeah.
Like horned helmet, the the steel one with the two horns that come out at the side, like a pair of bull's horns.
Well, which one is the one that has the stupid little goggle things built into it that looks like glasses? Is that the heavy one?
Yes, yeah, that's the heavy one. Yeah.
Anyway, somebody should have been fired for that.
Well, he was probably looking at it and goes, no fucker wears the helmet anyway. They all want to look at
That's true.
his
Yeah.
face. He's like, fuck it with the helmet. He just made the rest of it look good.
Probably the same person that designed that beautiful orcish heavy helm, though. That's an awesome helmet, So it's like, well, anyway.
Oh, you know what? But you know what does work? Is Nordic carved with an ebony helmet.
Yeah. Also, a Daedric helmet looks good with it.
Oh, an ebony helmet, huh?
Yeah, because you have that sort of where it has the black fur coming around the cuff of the top of the armor.
Yeah.
It blends in with the ebony helmet. Because I have ebony gear and she has Nordic carved, but her helmet, for no reason whatsoever, I just put water breathing on it because she only needs archery, and the only other thing you put on is magic-based stuff, and she doesn't need any of that. So I put water breathing on it, and then I was doing a Dremel Rune. It was full of water, so I swapped helmets, gave her mine, took her one, and it really, really worked, having the ebony helmet on.
Nice. Cool. What is some armor that does not look good on Lydia?
Well, she won't wear light.
So wear light armor.
No.
Is there a heavy version of Elven? Does Elven come in heavy?
No.
No.
The only one would probably say, I mean, Dwarven looks pretty silly on a woman whenever I look at it. It's too bulky. You got the massive shoulders on it.
It's very clunky, yeah.
I never really liked her in that because the shoulder parts are way too big.
You can't cover her either. That's for. I said you cannot cover her face either. That is forbidden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Blades one actually does have an open face helm, so
nice.
You could actually go in that, but
are there variations found throughout the rest of the temple?
No, there is a a mod on a modded version in Immersive Armors, and it's like a samurai type, so it's all decked out with, it looks more like a samurai because it's actually
that's the Akaviri stuff. That's good. That's good armor,
and it's got the face plate for the samurai armor that you see in like The Last Samurai and things like that, where you have the gargoyle looking face and stuff like that. It has that on the front of the helm. Looks pretty cool, but then it's got two horns that stick out of the top again and totally ruins it.
Those damn horns.
Yeah. Stupid cows.
They get them from those fuzzy cows. Get them from yak horns. I don't need intimidating horns. I want goat horns or something.
Yeah.
Figure out you need to use them for glue already.
Can you effectively use Skyhaven Temple as a home? Is there enough storage and a bed and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I guess you could.
Cooking and
if you wanted to join the Blades, but who'd want to do that?
I doubt they have enchanting. They probably don't tolerate that sort of BS, right?
I don't think there is an enchanting table up there, is there?
I don't think there's an alchemy table.
Alchemy table, probably not either. Is there smithing stuff? There's probably smithing stuff, I would assume, somewhere on ground. No?
No.
Nothing. Wow. So no, don't make that your home.
Well, there's an alchemy table, at least, if not an enchanting table as well, out in the Forsworn cave outside. So it's.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
And there's the smithing area outside. Yeah.
So
does that respawn now?
I was going to say, will the Forsworn keep coming back?
Not the Skyhaven cave, not the what do they call that antechamber there?
Just outside. No.
I don't think they respawn in there, do they? They'll respawn down in the big camp though eventually.
Yeah, the Karthspire exterior, they'll keep respawning. Yeah. So that sounds kind of annoying, especially if that Dragon Mound respawns up there. Is Skyhaven Temple close enough to interact with that from the exterior?
I don't think the Dragon Mounds respawn though, do they?
No.
Once they're
how does that work then? Because you can encounter a dragon again.
Yeah, I mean the mound doesn't respawn, but the dragon itself does. So it doesn't fill itself back in and then just appear. But dragons will randomly appear if you fast travel to a cast.
Because
like that.
I saw Colin explaining to someone. Maybe you can explain this to me again. Someone was saying, "Oh, I have a bug because this dragon, I killed it and it didn't lose its skin and do the weird zippy zappy cloud thing."
That's if you kill it the second time, right?
Yes. Explain that to me again.
Basically, you can go to a word wall, kill the dragon, get the word, go off, do some adventuring, and then after a couple of levels, that will respawn. But usually, you've leveled up so much that the dragon there will level up as well, so they'll change. So if it goes from being a blood dragon to an elder dragon, then when you kill it, you get another dragon soul. But then you level up another 10 levels, but it's still only an elder dragon. And when you go back and kill it again, it's just a respawn of that exact same dragon, so you don't get a dragon soul out of it.
So in order for it to get a soul each time, you actually have to level up. And as long as the dragon levels up, then it'll produce a soul each time. But if you go back and it hasn't leveled up, then you won't get a soul again. Is that how that works?
I'm thinking it, yeah.
Okay.
Not 100% sure, but that's how it's always happened in all the previous games. Mind you, I did notice that Proudspire now has a bed in the basement for the house car instead of a piece of hay on the floor. So stuff has changed in SSE. So, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Is that if the dragon is a respawn of exactly the same dragon, like if you killed a blood dragon, you go back there and it's a blood dragon again. It's like the one that's by Riften, you know, the one that's near Kynes Grove, that's above that bloody thing, and that spins around. That respawns every single time. I've killed it about 4 times, and twice didn't get a dragon soul out of it.
It's not Solaknir each time, though.
No, it's not that one. It's the one the opposite side. Where you know where you get the Atronach stone and you get the people bathing. It's over there.
Yes, yeah.
The Sulphur Springs.
They get those bandits or whatever they are just get all loose out there and hang out in the.
Very inviting, right?
Yeah, it's like, hey, come on in. It's like those guys drinking on the side of the road.
Yeah, I thought that was a trap.
The guys drinking on the side of the road? No, they're just drunk.
I was very wary going into that.
Well, you should be, because there are a bunch of drunk guys hanging on the side of a mountain usually. But
they invited me into drink. I thought, okay, this is going to set up a quest where I black out. I have no clothes on. All of my stuff is gone. They've thrown it on a raft down the river. So I'm going to have to find, they set my stuff on fire. Like something stupid.
I got this tip from Juan. Make sure you have some honey brew mead on you.
Yes.
Juan always needs mead on him.
That's prejudice. I like mead. And wands.
Prejudice against wands.
Yeah.
Makes wand. That's great. Anything else we wanted to get into with Alduin's Wall? Have we completed the quest? What is the description on the wall? Have we gotten into the story at all?
Well, no.
Does it tell the story of how they banished him the first time?
Yeah, it's an entire story. I think he's trying to explain it that it's kind of like looking at a tapestry of like an entire life, so you can see an entire story instead of like just chunks of it. But it starts off that I think he was saying that Akatar gave birth to the dragons, and the humans lived under the heel of the dragons, and Alduin was in charge of it, and then they rebelled against Alduin, and the ancient tongues, they were called, which were the Nord heroes, the ancient tongues, I believe. And then they learned a specific shout that managed to fell Alduin. And she says, what, a dragon brought him down? That was Delphine. And Esbern says, yes, it's probably something very specific to dragons or specific to Alduin himself. And then Delphine turns to you and he goes, do you know about that? A shout that can bring down a dragon. Sorry, my mic fell. And you say, no. And then she says, oh, we'll have to ask the Greybeards then. Have to get those involved.
Yeah, and
you
he
can
points
also-
out there's actually a picture. Sorry about the sirens. There's a picture of one of the Nord heroes on the wall there. I forget which one it is. It's not Gormlaith.
What do they look like?
No, the three of them are on there.
Are the three of them there? I thought it's just the one that's out
got
furthest in the
Alduin.
front.
Yeah, you got Alduin at the top, and he's falling, and then you got Hakon on the left, and then you got Feldir underneath, and then you got Gormlaith on the right. It's all three of them, and they're all shouting at him at the same time.
Do they reveal the name of the shout yet?
No, not that.
No, because they don't know.
They don't know. Yeah, it's not until you.
And is it
not too late.
weird for the Blaze to suggest going to the Greybeards? Was I wrong?
She did. Yeah, she didn't want to involve them. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, really, Delphine? Come on. I mean, I know that we need to, but it seems strange for you to suggest it.
Yeah,
You're dealing with the end of the world.
Yeah,
I guess any measure. Yeah, good call.
it's supposed to be urgent, even though I went on vacation to Solstheim for 2 months.
Yeah, exactly. They'll wait for you. Don't sweat it.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get this other Dragonborn. You know, we're in the club. I'll bring him over. We'll sort this.
We'll fix this whole thing.
Yeah, me, my buddy, Solstheim. We got it. Don't worry. We'll be back in a week or so.
And at what point does Throat of the World quest start? When Delphine says go see the Greybeards?
Yeah, I think so.
Somewhere in that.
Yeah, right
conversation
around
there.
there. Either when you finish talking to Esbern about the wall, or when you're talking to her, one or the other. I forget which it is.
And from the exterior courtyard, when you go up and out, is there anything fun out there?
I don't think there's anything really out there, is there?
Yeah, there's a couple of dummies that you can shoot at. A nice view. Most people will probably go out there and fast travel directly from there to go where they're going. But if you use if you come out the door and go straight forward, we'll go all the way to the edge and then use become ethereal and jump straight off of there right into the stream below. There's going to be a boat right there, and it's got loads of gems around it and underneath it.
Interesting.
I've actually been directed to that boat before.
For a flawless sapphire, I think.
Yeah, flawless. What was that for? But I've definitely had to search for the
for Medesi and Riften.
Yeah,
I thought that was an amethyst he wants.
No, that's the barman inside for Karava for the ring, the engagement ring. He wants 3 flawless amethysts. Medesi outside wants gold or mammoth tusk and 2 flawless sapphires.
Yeah, to make the
So specific. What a jerk. Yeah, I definitely had to search out that boat before. But keep that in mind, everybody. So is it possible? Is there a safe way down other than fast traveling off or become ethereal and hopping down? Like, I'm surprised.
Hop your way down. I think
there is a hopping.
Yeah, it's not like really a path, but I think you can work your way down.
Down, cool. You never know when they're going to do one of those weird interior. You know, like that one time you have to go with the Chief Yarmaz or whatever his name is to that one interior.
Oh yeah.
It looks like there's this open sky, but they won't let you fast travel in and out. So I never know if the areas are protected like that or whatever. Anything else to Alduin's wall, you guys?
Yeah, that's you can speak to Esbern. He gives you the end of the prophecy. That's when he tells. That's what he tells you. Basically, you're the last Dragonborn, because he tells the prophecy. And then I think it was Sean Mahoney. I think he explained it in one of the posts on the group quite a while back now. So I doubt you'd be able to find it. But he was saying that when the gold tower falls and when this happens, and then was it when the cold tower falls. It's talking about Skyrim and sort of like, you know, the fall of the snow-topped tower or something like that. And it's basically telling you what's happened in all the previous games. So what happened, the cataclysm that was in Daggerfall, what happened in Arena, then Daggerfall, and then Morrowind, Oblivion, and then Skyrim, and then he says, and then at the end of this, at the end, the wheel turns on the last Dragonborn.
Wow. But he's very specific about you being the last Dragonborn.
Well, it says the wheel turns on the last Dragonborn.
Okay.
So it could be that you
Previous one.
you could be like, the Dragonborn there, and you sort of like go to Sovngarde, do your do, but he could always come back because I don't think you absorbed his soul, I don't think.
No.
So he could always come back.
So, guys, on the note of the last Dragonborn, I'm going to bow out for the rest of this episode. Sorry, I gotta leave.
For joining us this evening, and have a pleasant rest of yours.
Okay, guys.
Good night, mate.
See you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
And on that note, if Alduin's Wall, we can actually get to the rest of our quests next episode. So if you guys have anything else you'd like to mention before the end of the show.
I think it's at that point that you can get the special blessing from Esbern.
Would you say it was like extra 20% damage on?
Think so. I didn't check my active effects.
Yeah. Through any specific mode of attack? Like it isn't just through shout or?
Yeah, I think it's just through melee. So your swords and your warhammers. I don't think it's your spells that do more damage. I'm pretty sure it's just melee, swords and stuff, and bows and arrows.
Nice, good call. Great. I need to do that. Do you think far enough ahead when you play, Michael and Colin, to be like, okay, I'm about to go do the Alduin battle. I better go hop back over there and speak to Esbern to get that blessing before I go back and do this dragon battle. Do you guys think ahead far enough to do stuff like that? I never do.
No.
There's no there's no real point on vanilla Skyrim without a dragon mod. Fights are too easy anyway, so
yeah.
No need.
The Alduin battle, even with the fire and brimstone crashing from the sky.
I think Ecclesia just hit level 60. She's not going to have a problem with Alduin.
No.
Yeah, no.
There's that threshold. I'm not quite there yet. I still have some difficulty battling. I'm in my 30s somewhere, so I'm not just whooping ass.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Ecclesia died quite a lot. You know what she dies to most is Poxyphalma because of the poison.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's still only got like 300 health, I think. Yeah, 300 health. So they're because nearly all the Falmer I meet now are all Falmer Shadow Masters, which are good because they have grand souls. But the only problem is that they're tough as balls.
Yes, they are.
And when they hit you with poison on their swords, and it's like the really good poison that does like 90 points worth of damage or something. So,
and does the poison do damage over time, so it'll keep sucking your life down as it goes? Yeah. That's no good. Are you still farming souls? You're still doing lots of enchanting and stuff?
No. But she always keeps a stock of them so she can recharge her weapons.
Yep. Does your how do you do that? Do you carry a weapon for that, or do you have your follower do that?
I don't like having my follower do it because they fill up all the wrong souls with the wrong soul gems. Because I'm always running out of lesser soul gems for some reason.
Yeah, and they fill up larger soul gems with smaller souls, and you're like, "What are you doing, dummy?" I'm only going to give you petty soul gems from now on. I can't trust you with anything higher level than that. Michael, have you anything to say before we sign off for the evening?
No, I don't. I think that's about where I'm at. Well, actually, I'm just beyond that quest now in the game, so I can't think of anything relating to the blades currently until we get later in the quests later on.
Yeah. I do like how the blades equipment looks. I had it on for a while when I was running around, but then that reminded me I was an Argonian, so I put my other. I've been wearing the Nightingale hood with the Greybeard robes, which I actually think looks really nice. But I was playing Argonian for the longest time, but I haven't actually seen the Argonian face of my character for such a long time. And then I put on the Blades helmet, and I'm like, oh. So I popped my other stuff back on. I don't know why. It's not like I mind playing an Argonian. I found it startling. I was just like, oh, geez. Lizard face here staring back at me.
Lizard face. Yeah, I'm still all in dragon scale. So
that's nice. I haven't really done much smithing. I definitely haven't taken any perks up though. I should establish a whatever those, that perk we were talking about earlier where you can establish like it'll do 20% better smithing or something. I need to pick a nice home. Maybe I'll build one of the Hearthfire homes. I haven't done that in a long time. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I've built 2 of those so far.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
I was wondering with the heavy armor is there still a limit? Because they used to say that the max armor that would go up to 600 and something. Anything over that, it wouldn't have any effect anyway.
It actually didn't have an effect, yeah.
Yeah, so in my ebony armor with all her perk points, she's got like 800 and something armor.
Good.
So, and that's in her ebony stuff. So going up to Dragonbone would just be a waste of time, and she'd look a lot less cooler in it. So,
you like the ebony look more than Daedric or Dragonbone or Scale?
I'm a big fan of Daedric, but she's not. So,
she's not. Okay, I see. I assume Dragon Scale is the light and Dragonbone is the heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to switch to Daedric to go over to heavy armor now that I'm at 100. Probably after Alduin, I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep this character going.
You guys play both in first person?
I switch back and forth. Depends.
Yeah. I don't. When I weigh my decision of what I'm wearing, it depends more on what it looks like than my armor rating now, because I play third person most of the time.
And that's funny because this entire playthrough I've done in third person.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to change it up, see what I'm sort of like, just because it was another thing of not being able to, like being a woman in the game. I couldn't role play as that person because of her being female. So when at the third person, it was me sort of like looking on and kind of weird sort of thing. But I just couldn't, for some reason, get used to playing first person as with a female character. So I'm playing all in third person. I'm thinking about starting a new playthrough on the SSE and totally vanilla, but that'll be male, and it's going to be weird going back into first person again.
Yeah. Have you enjoyed it at all? Or yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Some of the because the animations for the spells are really cool, so you get to see them. And like when you going around doing the getting all the moths, so you could read the Elder Scrolls for Dawnguard quest, and you start getting all the moths surrounding you, and you start glowing bright color and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah, I missed that out on that in the past couple of playthroughs because I was always in first person.
When you cast a master level spell in first person, does it back out to so you see the animation of casting it, or do you just get a weird 2 hands in front of your face?
Yeah, it actually you see the hands moving. It doesn't go back out again.
Back out. See, that's a cool animation too. The casting of the master spells.
Mm-hmm.
Where he gets both hands up and raises them up and then down and then back up again. That's
I've always enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I think I said it before, but when I first used a scroll of mass paralysis, literally my mouth was agape. I was so impressed with it. It was like, that was so cool.
Yeah, that's really fun. I mean, don't get that in first person. Yeah. That's bad. Yeah. That's great. Well, that's an awesome note to end on. If you guys have anything else, I'll go ahead and say we just went over Alduin's Wall in this episode. Next episode, you can check in with us. We will go over Throat of the World with the Greybeards up there. We'll also go through the quest Elder Knowledge, and sort of simultaneously at the same time we can go over Discerning the Transmundane. So thank you, Colin. Thank you, Michael. And for Victor, I'd like to say thank you, everyone, for listening to this edition of the Skyrim Roundtable, and we will see you next time.
Who's rapping? Overkeen. Dragons? I'm not overkeen. I'll dice them like a knife, slicing right through an
Thank you for downloading this episode of a Skyrim Addict Podcast Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing skyrimroundtable@gmail.com. For the Skyrim Random Stats Character Generator, the Roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com, where you will find the Fallout feed, My Journey with CF, a Skyrim Addict podcast, the Chatterbox, ASA Game Talk, our YouTube channel, as well as other content. Your 5-star review on iTunes is greatly appreciated. Once again, thank you for downloading, and no lollygagging.
Okay, let me save that real quick.
Yeah, I have a backup in case you need it.
Oh, okay. I didn't have any problem that time. It was last week. It fucking conked out on us. All right, I've got another file here ready to go. I'm gonna take a potty break real quick. I'll be back in a few.
Sure. I'm gonna grab a drink while you're gone.
Yep, sounds good.
heading back to where am I heading back to? Oh, I went around the wrong side of the lake. Heading to Lakeview Manor.
Yeah, I have that house as well. I think I'm working out of there mostly. I got all my stuff there.
That's what, yeah, all my crafting stuff is there, so I'm heading back there to drop all my stuff off. I was way up north. I was up I actually was up walking around Castle Volcar because I had with the water walking boots. Just walking around the outside of it.
Awesome they are. I love those boots.
I just wanted to see if I could get in without Lydia, or not Lydia, Serana. And no, you cannot.
Yes. He's still out there, but he goes, back off.
Yeah, like, get out. Don't even think about it. I tried going in that side entrance as well, and he was like, nope.
Yeah. It turns out that you can get Serana as a free follower twice in the game. You know, the one where you can follow how she'll follow you as long with your follower. You can do it before you bring her to the castle, and then when she comes back, you can do the scroll scouting to whatchamacallit. Oh, I've forgotten the name of the place now. To the Soul Cairn.
Oh yeah.
And then you bring her back, and then you can tell her to get lost again.
Mm-hmm.
And you take your own follower, and then when you find the other two scrolls and then bring him back to Dexion and find out that he's blind, she joins you again, even if you have a follower.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but if you walk into Darkfall Cave, if you walk into the cave to read the scrolls, the one that's near Fall Crease, then your follower automatically goes home.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't walk into the cave to do the reading, she'll follow you with your follower again.
Huh. I didn't realize that. I think I usually let her go is why I probably didn't even realize that and don't usually pick her up again.
Yeah, I kept on telling her to leave, and then I'll go and then pick her up just for specific parts that she had to be there.
Yeah.
That's where I realized it. So.
Yeah, for the ones where you have to have her. Yeah.
She's a pain. I try to get her and Lydia to go down and do like the whole thing down in the Vale. Because I just got to the Vale, but nah, it's just you and her. Could never bring a follower but without mods anyway.
Oops. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't realize how far out I was, and I've just been walking the whole time getting back. But of course, I've been stopping at places along the way. But I was so far up there, and then I died while I froze to death once, so it wasn't that problem. But fortunately, Talvis pulled me ashore and warmed me up a little bit.
I remember doing that once, and literally I was inside Windhelm, and I was just about to get to the door of Candlehearth Hall when I fell unconscious on the floor, and then I woke up in the Bee and Barb. I was like, what? I was inside the gates of Windhelm, and then when I woke up, I was back in Riften.
Oh man. Yeah, thankfully he pulled me ashore just south of where I froze to death, so it was okay. Because I was like, "Oh man, where am I gonna wake up? This sucks."
Yes, definitely.
Thankfully, it was pretty close by.
Do you get any perks for being a Khajiit? You know, being all covered in fur and that.
I don't know actually. I don't know if that adds to my warmth or not.
Fucking should.
That I'm not sure of. I haven't opened up the campfire to do the perks in a while either. The warming perks and all that.
Yeah.
I haven't built a camp. I've just been going to my houses or sleeping in places that have beds. So I haven't been camp. I have my tent with me and all, but I haven't been camping a whole bunch.
Yeah, if unless you're playing like Dave, where you're like actually walking, like doing the really slow thing, then there's no real need to carry the tent with you, because literally it takes you 10 minutes to walk to somewhere that has a bed where you can go in and sleep.
Yeah, you can just find a cave or anything that has a bed in it and sleep in it usually.
Yeah. With I need, you probably get an infection from the bed. But there was one I was playing with, and it got rid of the cures all diseases potions, and you had to make all specific individual potions for each specific disease.
Oh, really? I like that.
And was it I couldn't find any of the ingredients.
Oh,
So you couldn't make them yourself. You had to go and buy them, and not everywhere sold every single type of resist one, or like cure disease.
yeah.
And if you went to the shrines didn't cure your disease.
Huh.
They only gave you the blessing. And you could still go to a priest, like the priest of Arcades, and they can cure your disease, but it costs 1,000 gold.
Wow. That's not cheap.
Yeah. Can't remember which playthrough that was. I think it could have been Hunterborn with I need on it, I think. Pain in the ass is what it was.
Oh, now I got an Imperial attacking me. Been using that.
You should let him kill you.
I don't know why. Oh, I know why, because I'm Stormcloak. That's why he's after me.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, but walking, man, you come across the thieves a lot more and the assassins a lot more, and they're definitely around a lot more when you're walking. I've seen Maik like 80 times, I think. What's his name? The guy in the black robes, Balthorus or something like that.
Oh, is it the Dark Elf?
I think so.
Where he's going to the thingy of Azura?
Yes. I've seen him at least 20 times. I don't even know, maybe more.
Yeah. On my legendary legacy Skyrim, after I modded it, I started the asshole from the Periite quest.
Oh yeah.
Him. Literally, I mean, sometimes it would be 10 minutes between times when I see him, and he'd spawn in completely different armor than what I saw him 10 minutes ago in.
Oh man!
But I'm gonna kill you, or you come around again, and then I think I killed him like 15 times.
Oh really?
Yeah, he kept on showing up.
Oh yeah, I've seen him a lot too. He's shown up pretty regularly. Well, he won't show up anymore though, because I finished Periite quest. So
I was gonna say I got there and then obviously couldn't do the quest because Periite's a piece of shit. So she wouldn't do. Clecia wouldn't do the quest. The only Daedric quest she done was the. There's two of them. So there's one for the Dawnbreaker and
Meridian.
Meridian, that's it. And she done the one at Dawnstar.
Oh yeah. The castle up there. Yeah, or the not the castle, but the yeah. Yeah, I'm just about to get I think I have all the pieces of Mehrunes dagger.
Yeah, she wouldn't do that either. She went to Jurgen and paid him for his part. And now won't go out after the other ones. As long as she's got one piece, then she can make sure that it'll never be put together.
Put together again.
But eventually she's going to have to go and go to, what was her name? It's not Melka. Oh, Draskua up at Dead Crone Rock, because she's got the word wall there. So.
Oh yeah.
She's going to get there eventually. I ran the Greybeards out of words.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went up. Can you ever go? Oh, nope. Sorry, we don't hear shit.
Oh man, I don't know how many I have right now. How many I've found, but I found quite a few. But I still have 17 dragon souls to use.
Here, that's good conversation. Here, let's get back into that. Start the show here. Hang on.
Who Who's rapping? Overkeen. Dragons? I'm not overkeen. I'll dice them like a knife, slicing right through an aubergine. My dragon shout flow is sweeter than a soda stream. You won't believe your eyes. I'm like an overload of dopamine. A broadsword in one hand and a magic spell in the other. I'm the last of the dragonborn. There's no other, my brother, so run for cover. If you've got scales, then I'm on your tail, and I will not fail like a free roaming sandbox game. I'm off the rails.
Welcome to the 38th edition of a Skyrim Addict Podcast Roundtable. It's the 9th episode of Season 6. We are the show who compares and contrasts Skyrim experiences through a lively roundtable discussion by playing through the same quest with characters who have been randomly assigned drastically different attributes. Welcome, everyone!
Evening, guys.
Welcome.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew from Indiana. This evening, I'm joined by Michael and Colin. Hello, Michael. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Wonderful. And Colin, sir. Hello.
Evening, guys. I am very well, thank you.
Great. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm playing a character who's an Argonian. I think I'm in the mid-30s level-wise, somewhere around in there. Last week, we discussed about Alduin's Wall. We took Delphine and Esbern over to Karthspire. Is that right? And found the Alduin's Wall there. And Delphine has sent us off to speak with the Greybeards concerning a method that we need to obtain to get rid of dragons. So let's get into it a little bit here, guys. Colin, would you like to just briefly mention, just say hello, tell us a little bit about yourself, character?
Sure. Hi, guys. My name's Colin. I'm calling in from Essex in England. My character's name is Legate Clesia Iridia. She's an Imperial female. You will remember her. Actually, I have based her on the Imperial captain that you see when you first enter Helgen that sends you to the block. And my character is based on her, where she has escaped and survived and then carried on and eventually becomes a Dragonborn. Her assigned attributes were two-handed, enchanting, and pickpocket. Two-handed and enchanting is 100, but pickpocketing is around about I think it's the late 50s, early 60s maybe, because she only uses it for disarming. It tries to use it for disarming, but you need level 70 in pickpocket to be able to get to pickpocket equipped weapons. So
do you like doing the two-hand and magic together? I always thought that was sort of annoying to try to play both a mage who also used a two-handed weapon, having to switch back and forth. I mean, I know there's the quick switch stuff, but it's still...
It's more annoying because I'm playing this on the Xbox, because you only have two favorites. You can work it so you can have 4 the way you go through the favorites, but basically you only have 2. But on the PC, you have 8 hotkeys that you can put stuff on, including potions, spells, weapons, even pieces of armor. You can hotkey those and sort of like,
whatever. Yeah,
so take your helmet on and off, that sort of stuff. So like when you walk into a Jarl's house, you can take your helmet off. I like to, when I am in a fight, I do not like going into my inventory, clicking on something and then coming back out again. I like to just use all the hotkeys and do the spells and the potions from there without having to pause the game in the middle of the fight. Yeah. With the Xbox, it's kind of impossible. You have to go at least into the favorites menu, if not going actually into the inventory. It's a bit annoying. Breaks up the fight that way.
It does. And we'll say hello to Michael as well. Hello, Michael. How are you, sir?
Hello. I'm joining you from Lakeside Manor.
Nice. They finally installed internet there. Great.
Yeah, I finally made it over there. It's been a long journey since last episode. My character is a Maskira Khajiit, Warlock, 3/2/1, Stamina, Magic Health. I think light armor, smithing, and alteration were my things. Pretty close to 100 on all of them, except for alteration of like 80. So but I'm rolling around with Talvis. He was not supposed to be my follower, but I picked him up in Solstheim, and I have that mage all decked out in a Daedric armor with a Daedric battle axe. So I'm using him appropriately, and
Because.
yes, well, because exactly.
Because.
It looks really good.
Yes, because Daedric armor.
Yeah. So we're rolling around the countryside in that, and we're on our way. Actually, we're gonna head back all the way up north again, because we have to go kill a Falmer, take his blood, and finish off the Transmundane quest.
Oh, you'd still need a Falmer.
That's it. Yeah, that's the only one I need though. But that's easy enough. They're Falmer are like candy, though. You'll find them laying on the road somewhere.
Yeah, their locations are usually easy to identify by their names. Yeah. So it's like dark something hell.
Yeah.
Like
pretty much. Yeah, like yeah.
This is going to suck, cave.
I hope you brought clean underwear.
Okay.
Yes. So actually, getting into discerning the transmundane, there is one location that I need to try to remember to mention for that specific purpose of finding all those different bloods and stuff.
Oh yeah, there is one place.
Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah.
And I just found, like, this is the first time I've ever kind of like looked it up to see where I could find most of them, and I was surprised you can find a lot of them, either 3 or 4 out of the 5 in one location. I was like, oh, fucking sweet. But anyway, we'll get into that. That's a little bit of a teaser for our quest this evening. We'll get into the Throat of the World, Elder Knowledge, and Discerning the Transmundane this evening. So speaking of Throat of the World, we're heading off that direction due to Delphine's command. But Michael and Colin, you guys were having sort of a conversation in the break there. Do you remember what that was? I remember hearing just a bit as I was coming back and thought, oh, we need to throw on the mics. But now that was, 7 minutes ago. I don't even remember what you guys were talking about. What was the topic you guys were talking about there?
We're talking about shouts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the emptying of the shouts. Yeah. So what you were saying, when you go to what's his name, On Gear or whatever, do all of them send you off, or is it just the On Gear guy?
Yeah, he's the only one who talks. Well, kind
pretty
of.
much. Oh yeah, like they all kind of talk, sort of. But so he will, if you go to him, he will send you off. What does he say? He says, like, I've heard an echo of something. I forget what this actual phrase is.
We've heard the whispering of a word. Give me a map and I'll show you where its echo can be found.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
I
that's
think so.
very eloquent. And he'll show you, he'll add a new map location.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go off to But Colin, you were saying you ran out.
Yeah, I ran him out. It's not all the words because I'm still missing some. I think it's the ones that are quest locked. So she's got nearly all of them. So Storm Call we can get. It's coming up. Next episode or the episode after, I think. And was it? There's one for some reason he wouldn't give me the one at Dead Crone Rock, but I think that's because it's part of the Daedric quest for Mehrunes Razor.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
It's the big ruins out by to the just south of Markarth. Those big ones with all the Forsworn there. So he didn't give me that one. I'm also waiting on the last word for Drain Vitality. And I think, isn't Drain Vitality a Dawnguard shout? Isn't that the one that you get? Pretty sure it is. I think it's the one that you get where you go in to get Serana out. You find one there.
No.
And then you find one somewhere else. And then it's the last one is when you go to the Vale.
Yep.
And then what's the one? The one I won't be able to get is the one in the Thieves Guild. What's the place that you go with Mercer Frey?
Snowvale.
Yes, Snowvale Sanctum. So I can't get in there because I won't be doing the Thieves Guild questline. So that one I will not be able to get, which is a pain.
That's too bad.
Yeah, so now I went to Arngir the other week and said, do you know any shouts? And he says, no, sorry, we haven't heard any rumblings at all. My useless tool.
Oh, we've gone quiet.
Yes, yeah, it was actually something along those lines. So, like, we haven't heard a trembling, or trembling has quietened down. Something eloquent again.
I still am not exactly sure how it works, but the last time I was up there visiting with those nice fellas, I started learning how to meditate on my shouts through whichever weird mod adds that.
Thunderchild.
Thunderchild, yes. And it also, that's the one that also adds the shrines. It adds new, smaller shrines all over the map where you can... I still am figuring all this out. I'm halfway through this playthrough on this character already, and I'm still... I know I could look it up, but I'm still... You know how I like to try to figure it out before going to the internet and looking, oh, okay, this is what it does. I might have to go look it up to see what it actually does at this point, but I
hate doing that as well.
I did finally figure out how to meditate. Have you used that, I assume, before, Colin, with the meditation and the...
I've never used the mod before.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it's been really interesting, but I still need to look up a lot of stuff. I feel like I'm missing a lot of extra shouts. There's some really cool new ones that it's added, like earthquake and stuff like that. You can have like, I mean, self-explanatory, of course. And Armageddon's fun. Like I think it's basically the same thing that Alduin does. It brings the fire and brimstone or whatever from the sky. No, but there's all sorts of stuff. But they add a little extra room and up by in the Greybeard quarters, and you can go and you kneel, and based on it, it shows you a few seconds of your stamina bar ticking down, and then it makes it disappear, and it says, okay, now you have to hit the button when you think there's 20% of your stamina bar left, and that's how you meditate on this. And if you successfully do that enough times, you get an extra perk in this word. You meditate on the first series of words and the second, and it makes different levels of each word too. It's pretty involved, but I need to research it more. I need to get on Victor a little bit and say, hey, teach me about this. Let's see what he says. But so we're up going to the Greybeards for the quest, Throat of the World. Did anything interesting happen on your way from Karthspire or Alduin's Wall, Colin, on your way to the Greybeards? I know you like to hoof it. You never fast travel or anything.
Yeah, no, I hoofed it, but I didn't do anything else. Basically went straight there. I was going to get these done because at the ending of the next quest, you get some free time. So you don't read. It doesn't point you directly to go right back after it. So I done all my supplementary questing afterwards. So I pretty much went from Karthspire and then sort of like, I think maybe I either went to Markarth, got a carriage to Riften, or I think I might have gone to one of my houses and took the carriage from there, because that can bring me directly to Iverstead.
Is Iverstead a destination for carriages?
For the ones that are your house, yes.
For the Hearthfire ones, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So I don't use carriages very much. The ones from cities only go to other cities then?
Only go to the capitals.
The main,
wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think and carriages generally only exist at the cities and at the 3 Hearthfire houses, right? Are there any other carriage posts that are in smaller towns?
No.
Mm-mm.
Not unless you mod it.
Okay. I did add one town. What is that one that's just south of our Ironbind Barrow? That sort of just like a crossroads inn, Nightingale Inn or something. And I fleshed it out to a little town. That's pretty fun little mod.
Oh yeah, Nightingale. Yeah, that's right there. Yeah.
But evidently there's lots of mods like that to beef out your little town, crossroad towns, into actually little active economies and stuff like that. So that's always fun. Sorry, I got us off track again there. So we're going to Throat of the World, where we need to go up to speak with the Greybeards in order to learn a method in order to deal with the new wave of dragons. Right? Is that what we're doing? Um,
All right,
So
we're looking for a shout either specific to dragons or specific to Alduin.
we actually know that it is a shout from the message on the wall. We learned that it was the shout from the warriors of old. What were those guys called?
The tongues, the ancient tongues.
Ancient tongues. There's 3 old Nord heroes.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, we're going to go to the Greybeards and see if they know anything about this shout. Michael, is Arnger very helpful to you?
It depends on how you approach them. What I did was this time, he wanted me to follow the way of the voice and all that stuff, and I was a little more rude to him. I was just like, just tell me. Like, no, just tell me. And eventually it's, what's the other Greybeard? Begins with an E. Aranthir or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He has you hear, when you're walking into Whiterun after you kill that first dragon, the echoing, the rumble and the echoing. He basically does that and says Parthernax or something. He says something Parthernax.
Yeah.
And you can do, and then Arngir's like, oh, forgive me, I was not humble enough or something. And then you go into the whole thing where he teaches you the shouts out in the courtyard, clear skies. So there's a couple different, you can be, deferential to him, or you can be a jackass and you can still get out there and get the shouts.
Yeah, you don't have to be cooperative. You can just be a jerk and he'll still teach you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Come on, Arnger. So tell me about the learning process. Where are these words popping up? Like they're out by the fire and they're kind of like just sort of emblazoned into the ground, right? If you walk past them.
Yeah, they're right by the archway. That you walk over to the archway to head up to Thread of the World, and they're pretty much right there.
Hey, all of you guys who are grinders, just want to level your stuff up with like restoration. There's perfect loop right there. Throw on your healing, run into that wind loop over and over again.
Bashing into that, yeah.
Keep running into that over and over again. It's faster than the fire trap if you stand in the fire trap, because the wind, I think, does a little more damage.
Yeah, that's pretty significant damage.
So that's fun. And you can, if you throw on your light armor, there you go. Gives you a little bit of the, it'll perk up your light armor too, guys. Come on. Let's get in with the cheat grinds. Okay, so he's teaching you, sorry, what was the shout? He was teaching you
clear skies.
Clear skies. I was
Gives you all 3
I was going to say Dragonrend. I was like, we're not quite there yet.
Not quite. Getting there. Although I have what's the other one? Not Dragonrend. The one from Bendwill. Yeah, which is pretty good too.
But is that the one from the
Dragon? Yeah. Where you can ride the dragon, which is horrifically bad.
Yeah. I mean, let's not discuss it.
Man, I forgot how bad it was until I did it recently. Because I never do it because we remember how bad it is. Yeah. And then I had to do it obviously to battle Mirak, and I'm like, I can't even get anywhere I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
And then I tried to fly a dragon back to I was like, oh, you know what? Since I'm walking everywhere, I'll fly a dragon back to Lakeview Manor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I tried that.
I could not remember how to land. I hate it so much.
Did they actually let you traverse the map? Like, could you go a long distance on it? And in my experience, they would go up and circle a few times, and I wouldn't figure out how to go any particular direction, and they would just sort of land.
I think you can it's like a fast travel, basically.
Oh, okay.
But I figured that was similar to taking a carriage. I mean, I'm on a dragon. It's not like,
I thought it might be like taking a vertibird in Fallout 4 or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know. I've never actually flown in one.
Oh.
Because I always kill them. So
yeah. They're fun to shoot down.
Well, they just kind of crash out of the sky randomly.
A lot of them do, yes. So I thought, I don't know why. I just think it's always weird absorbing the words off the floor. Does he shout them into the floor or anything?
Yeah, they kind of do like a shout to the floor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you absorb it off of the floor.
Mhm.
The 3 words, do they have anything of significance to them? You learn all 3 of them at once. It's not like you have to go through any process to learn the 3 steps. I always thought that was weird when they just give you everything.
Yeah, there's only a few that do that. There's that one. The throw voice, I think, gives you all 3, right?
Yeah, you still have to pay Dragon Souls for them.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You get all 3 words at the same time.
Yeah, there's a few that.
Can you get ro and da at the same time? Can you get the last 2 words?
No, I don't think so. Right?
No.
You get row, and then sorry, you get foos. My mistake. Sorry, you get foos at what's it, who's it, and then you go up. Then they give you row, and then they send you to Oostengrav, and when you come back from Oostengrav, then you get that.
Okay. Okay, so where are we going here with the Throat of the World? The Throat of the World refers to the peak tippy top of the Greybeards Mountain there. So they have taught us clear skies, and you could probably explain this better than I. As far as I can tell, it'll clear weather patterns, any wind and fog, stuff like that. I had not used it until Colin informed us that it'll also bring a dragon down out of the sky. Is that correct?
No, it'll interrupt them.
It'll interrupt them, meaning like he won't shout?
Yeah, so if he's up and he's hovering in the air and he's about to shout, if you use clear skies on him, then it'll sort of like you're using Fus Rodan on him, and it'll sort of like stun him in the midair. So he'll then fly off and then come back down. It doesn't knock him out of the air; it just sort of like stuns him. But it did. It did until the unofficial patch.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the unofficial patch is patched it out.
Oh no! So it doesn't do anything to him then.
No,
that sucks.
Yes. Yeah, unofficial patch doesn't patch the problem of where was it the voice of the sky affects vampires, but he patched out the thing where it says clear skies won't stun people. I mean, all right, it's slightly OP because it's got a 5-second recycle if you use just the first word.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is a quick, yeah.
And it'll stun somebody else, sort of like stagger them for a second. It's really handy when you're using a Warhammer.
Oh god, that would be. It was nice. So we're making up our way up the hill. We've learned our 3 words. Do we have to do anything else before starting, just to clear the smoke and start going up? Do we need any more messages? Do we have any other conversations we need to have before going out and seeking the advice of the leader?
Yeah, well, Arngeir does say to you, this is your last gift from us, Dragonborn. Make good use of it.
And that's it from then on. For the rest of the game, you don't have to mess with them? Unless you do some more stuff, right?
Yeah, unless you go back up and sort of like ask them to find you more words.
Yeah.
Hey, this is something I've never actually seen pay out. What Klimek supplies I've taken up there, but always like disappears or something. What happens with Klemek's supplies? Did you just earn like 80 gold or something?
1,500 gold.
1,500? Holy shit! I need to go find Klimek. Where is that money?
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta get paid for that quest.
That's a lot of gold.
That's a long way up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that much. That's something I've always done, but I've never actually sought the payoff. Gee whiz.
I think it's leveled. I think it probably, but it starts off at like 400 gold, and then when you get when you get into the 30s, it goes up to like 1,500 gold, 1,200 or 1,500 gold. Together. I know it was over 1,000.
I'm writing down. Find that motherfucker.
He owes you.
Get my gold. Get paid. Okay, so this is Arngeir really says this is our last gift to you. So does he say anything about blades? Does the blades come up when you're speaking with him at all? When you
talk to him before you go outside, yeah.
What does he say?
Well, when he's asking how you know about it or something, and
Dragon Rand, yeah. You can say, well, I'm not going to mention that, and then he's like, he puts two and two together, and he goes, the blades.
Oh yeah.
They specialize in meddling in affairs they don't understand, something like that. So basically, the blades like to poke around in everything that they come across. Like they're the ones who walked over and sort of like poked the Thalmor, and that's what sparked the war. And they're the ones who poked at the dragons, and they like to go around and jab their big long swords into everything. And then the Greybeards are the complete opposite, who just sit on a mountain and do absolutely nothing. So they're like the two polar opposites.
They don't go poking.
No.
I thought that I remember Arngeir saying something like, I don't know why you want to know this word, Dragonborn.
Mm-hmm.
This word has existed in the past, and yes, it has brought down Alduin again, but he is back. So it obviously didn't work. Are you actually meant to know this and use this word? Does he say something about that?
He says two things. He says that he can't teach you the word because he doesn't know it. And he goes, and even if he did know it, he wouldn't teach it to you because that word is evil. And if to know a word, you take it into yourself. So you would, to learn Dragon Rend, you'll be taking evil into yourself to use it.
Oh, wow.
And then because he was saying that the word was created by the tongues because they were living under the heel of Alduin and during the dragon cult and under their unimaginable cruelty. So it was born from their pure hatred of dragons, and that's where it comes from. And then what else did he say? Some other part to it. He was saying that they tried to defeat Alduin before, and it didn't work. He's come back. So do you really think that you need to beat Alduin? Yeah. If it's the will of the gods that this world comes to an end, we can just sit here and let it end.
They like to take action, those guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so man, that just further explains more differences between the blades.
Parthenax kind of says the similar stuff, but he more asks it rather than says this is how it should be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So actually, let's get up and start talking to Parthenax. In order to get to Parthenax, though, we have to use our new Clear Skies shout to get through the mist. Anything interesting on the travel up there? I know there's a goat. Is there a snow troll or something? I don't even remember.
Frost trolls and a couple of
ice
wraiths. Ice wraiths.
Yeah. Okay. There's a little bridge that if you're not careful, you can fall off the bridge.
Yes.
Did you fall off the bridge, Andrew?
I have definitely fallen off bridges before. But guys, you know what I never thought to do before that I am doing now is when I get into places like that, I just put my become ethereal shout in my favorites menu. If I ever start falling and shit, I quickly bring up my menu. Like they let you become ethereal, like really quickly, like if their fall is long enough and stuff like that. Like I've busted myself out of numerous occasions. Like I cannot believe I've never thought of become ethereal. Like if I'm, doing that stupid Skyrim climbing mountain stuff where you climb. Oh, whoop, shit! I slipped and fell and died. Like I've saved myself quite a few times already in this guy with become ethereal. I was like, God, I can't believe I've never used that for this.
No, I don't think I've ever used that shout.
I used to use it all the time.
Yeah,
it's good.
Recently,
when you haven't got any followers, obviously.
Yeah, if you have 30 followers. Shit, it's still fun. I still use it.
Yeah. Why can't you guys keep up with me? I mean, it's only 1,000-foot drop from the top of this mountain, and then I sprinted across this, hid behind two mammoths. Why aren't you here?
Does the become ethereal shout work with the Bard's Leap thing? I've never even thought to use it there either. That seems
sure it would, yeah.
So obvious.
Yeah.
Right? So obvious. Why would you not?
Or you could just jump into the water and you'll be fine. But
I've missed before, Michael. Have you guys ever died with that jump?
I think so. I think I got to the end and then tried to jump off so I could get lift over it. But there's like an overhang just there.
Yeah.
So she jumped, bashed her head against the top of the head and then fell off.
You ragdoll all the way down.
And he clumped on the side, went through the actual waterfall and then clumped on the rocks behind.
Oh,
rather spectacularly. Probably didn't save either, so I had to kill all the Forsworn again.
Oh god, isn't that the worst when you forget to save? Oh, you hate clearing out an area and then falling off the ledge and die. Oh, that's such a mean move. Such a mean move. So we're making our way up the mountain using clear skies. There's both wind, I believe, and sort of like a foggy mist. You have to clear that out occasionally. How quick is that cycle time on the shout? And can you just do like the first word? Is that good enough?
Yeah, that's what I do. I always do because I use the very first word, 5 seconds, recycles really quickly. So she just trots along and then it goes bang, bang, bang. If you use the full shout, it clears it for longer, but you got to be shouting at it. And seeing as there's loads of corners and stuff like that. So, but was it the recycle time on the full shout? It's only 15 seconds.
Yeah, 14 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, geez, how dare you, Colin?
Yeah. Well, no, I just looked it up. That's the only reason I know. I just pulled it up real quick just to see.
He's probably got the blessing of Talos going on.
Oh, I do.
He's got the amulet on. He saves himself a whole 10% recharge time.
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's hilarious.
5, 9, and 14.
Called out your Talos amulet.
What? Oh, I must have a sickness. Oh, I have rock joint.
Oh man, nice. You need a potion or something.
Yeah, I got a cure disease. I have a bag full of 75,000 potions. So
Santa Claus style sack of potions.
That's one thing I'm not missing in this playthrough at all. She's done the only alchemy she does is invisibility potions.
Ooh,
that's it. She makes no other potions because she uses them when she's trying to go in to disarm like bandits and stuff. So she sneaks up on them.
Let's see. That would be like let me see.
Well, I'm doing lots of Dawn Guard stuff, so loads of vampire dust.
Vampire dust. Glow.
Chaurus eggs.
Chaurus eggs, yeah.
Okay, Chaurus eggs.
Yeah, she's got like 80 invisibility potions on her.
Nice. She can go undetected forever.
Yeah.
So she should take a few invisibility potions here as we make up the way up the mountain and we go speak to Parthenax. But before I went to speak to Parthenax, I went all the way up to the tippy top. I don't know if we have any new listeners who haven't heard this word of advice yet, but there you see Parthenax, but opposite of that wall behind you is yet another peak. If you kind of work your way up and around that peak and do your weird Skyrim jumping up, there's the
technical term is billy goating.
Billy goating. If you billy goat up the mountain there, you'll find a few more ore veins. I believe even an ebony ore vein, and a special pickaxe up there called the Notched Pickaxe. I believe Victor made reference to it last episode. Michael, do you know anything about that Notched Pickaxe?
Well, it's an ode to Minecraft.
Meaning, is the
person's name was Notch, right? Who created
yeah. Okay. That I did not know that. That's cool. The person who created Minecraft was named Notch.
I believe.
That's fun.
Where it comes from, yeah.
And what is it's actually enchanted or something.
Yeah, I forget what it has on it, but yeah, it is enchanted. What is it? Is it something with smithing or something?
It increases your smithing by, I think it's 5% or 15%, and also does shock damage, I think.
Oh, wow. I didn't know about the shock damage part. I think it's one of those things that you can like put that enchantment on another item, maybe like a dagger, and just have that in your inventory, and that will increase your smithing, just having it in your pocket or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's one of those ones if you just have,
yeah. Otherwise, the pickaxe itself, I guess you could just use it as your pickaxe. I didn't even think about that. But if you want to use what is the Stalrim pickaxe, whatever that one's called?
Yeah.
ancient Nordic pickaxe. Yeah, if you want to use that, that'd be a problem. But actually, just put that enchantment on the ancient Nordic pickaxe and solve everyone's problems. There you go. Perfect pickaxe. There you go. So up there, you get the notch pickaxe, a couple extra ore veins. Anything else up there?
Is there a chest up there?
I don't know if there's a chest or not.
No.
No? Okay. So make your way back down and speak to Parthenax. What does Parthenax have for you to say to you, Michael?
He basically first he talks to you a little bit and then gives you a fire shout to talk to him so you can
forgot about that.
Because that's important to him. He wants to speak in the dragon tongue. So you have to shout fire at him. Then basically he kind of goes over a similar thing that Angir did, but much more politely and nicely. And it's like, well, what if the world was supposed to end and there's another world supposed to be born? And you're like, well, that world can take care of itself. I need to get to Sovngarde.
This world.
Yeah. And then eventually he lets you know that you can talk to either you need a Elder Scroll, and you can it's optional whether you can talk to Angir or Esbern, or if you know where it is because you've played 10,000 times, you can just go there and get it. Which is what I did. I didn't talk to either of them because I'm not fast traveling, so I would have talked to Esbern. But
Esbern's all the way back on the western,
long way away.
on the western end of the map.
Yeah, so that trek wasn't happening. So I was like, I'm just gonna head north to our friend out on the ice.
So
you can speak to Parthenax a little bit more. And he tells you about was it the ancient tongues? He's the one who tells you about the ancient Nords and
yes, yeah.
It tells you about Hakon, Feldir, and damn, I forgot her name. Gormlaith. It's the three Nord heroes, and he said, what did he say? He said there have been many great Nord heroes, but none greater than those three, or something similar to that effect.
Yeah,
he's saying that they're the greatest heroes in Nord history,
and they are the three who created the Dragon Rend Shout of Evil.
Yes.
Okay.
He says that you need the Kell, the Elder Scroll, because they used that Elder Scroll to send Alduin back forward in time. Something about because was it Akatosh is the god of time and bloody 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 blah, and dragons are the sons or the whatever they're born from Akatosh, so they're particularly susceptible to stuff to do with time. So that's why it worked on Alduin that particular way.
So was there any downtime between when the ancient heroes sent Alduin to the future and when he appeared on the or they sent him and bam, he's on that tower in the intro scene where you're getting your head chopped off?
No, he arrived earlier on because there's rumors all over Skyrim about dragons.
Yeah.
And he arrived at the same point that he left. So he arrived at on the Throw of the World, where Parthenax says his peak.
Oh, where Parthenax is up there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
He came through the time wound, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Time wound. Yeah.
And if you've already had an Elder Scroll with you, if you've done Dawnguard and stuff, does Parthenax change how he speaks about Elder Scrolls, or does he still treat you like you don't know anything? Or
yeah, he still treats you, and you have the option of saying, "Oh, what is an Elder Scroll?" Even though you've got one, because I had one in my pocket.
You have the blood or something.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't bother asking him what an Elder Scroll was because I had one. So.
Which one does who's he? What's her name? Serena? No, what's her name?
Serana, she has the
Sun scroll.
no, she has the no, she is the no, I think she has the sun one because the blood one is the one that you get from the soul cairn.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that's the one you get from Serana's mother, Valerica. Yeah. So that's the blood one. Yes, she has the sun one. You were right.
Okay. Those are the 3 that we can encounter in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Blood, Sun, and Dragon. Yeah, right.
Blood, Sun, and Dragon. Okay, so we need. Parthenax has told us exactly what to go speak to Cygnus.
No,
No.
he says he wouldn't know because he's been sitting on a mountain for like 10,000 years.
So
he doesn't know what
Parthenax, he claims ignorance here.
Yeah, he had no idea where he'd be able to find that Elder Scroll, but you think, well, maybe the mages at the College of Winterhold, or the lore, you actually say the lore keeper at the College of Winter.
That orc guy in the library, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't Arngir say something derogatory towards mages or something in this same instance?
Yeah. That guy's all over this. Really, fuck that guy. He's like, and he goes, that we've never concerned ourselves with, I can't remember the term he uses, blasphemous. That's it. Such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. Ding.
He loves those guys.
Yeah, he's a friendly guy.
Yeah, damn fuck, he's right.
Oh, I see. Dark Elf.
So I actually went to Winterhold then.
Yeah. Oh, there is one other thing that you can do with Parthenax. You can meditate on a word with him.
Yes.
Oh, you can change it and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. So there's.
Tell me about that mechanic.
There's, I think it's Sos, Foos, something, and then Yol. Foos is about balance or force and balance and stuff like that, which means that I think it's you stagger less. And Foos, Fime, and Yol. I don't know what Fime is all about, but it's from the the Become Ethereal shout. So something to do with something. And then Yol is fire, which increases the strength of your fire breath shout.
Nice.
Which
just taught you, right?
Yes. I already had the other 2 words, so when he taught me his word, I had got on all 3 words. Then I meditated on Yol, which makes it 20% more stronger. So
you use that fire breath out and about in the field a lot?
Yeah. Was it, when you get attacked by the 3 vampires? Fire breath shout will one-shot the vampire and a blooded vampire. There's absolutely nothing to the ancient vampire or the Volkihar vampire running behind with the giant thunderbolts. There's absolutely nothing to her, but the other 2, it wipes them out.
That's a good way to run into battle then. Just boom, get those 2 out of the way. And then
the poxy ancient one, or the master vampire, raises one of them up again.
You hate that asshole.
Fuck that guy.
Serana, hurry up and get those people raised up so the other guys don't do it first.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, that's annoying. I hate having to kill everything again. When they bring them back, what level are they? Is it dependent upon the conjurer, or is that dependent upon what level they were before they died?
Yeah, it depends on the creature that they're raising. Mm-hmm. They're a little bit tougher because the health doesn't. You start wailing on them, the health doesn't move for a little bit.
So frustrating. I hate those assholes. Okay. So, are we done with Parthenax at that point? He says he doesn't really have any advice after.
He just tells you to trust your instincts. So follow your Dova Sauce, Dragon Blood.
Swoosh. Okay. And then Arngeir will give you he'll drop the hint of going to the college.
Mm-hmm.
He'll degrade them on your way out the door. So you can go speak then to what's his name? What's the name of the orc librarian?
Bob.
I forget his name.
Bob.
Urag.
Urag, that's it. Yeah.
Urag, yeah. Is he who you talk to, or do you speak to one of the mages? I don't even remember. I think you speak to the librarian, right?
Yeah, it's Urag. Yeah.
And gosh, he probably says something horrible about Septimus, I assume.
No, actually, he says, I'm getting myself back.
Are you getting crazy echo?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I am not.
That's you, Andrew.
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
Hello?
Hello? Oh.
Yeah,
Hello?
no more echo.
Is it back?
Still there.
Yeah, it's back. Yeah, is it gone? Yeah, it's gone. So it's you, Andrew.
Well, shit. I don't know. Let me hop off and hop back on. You guys.
You can't do that.
I can't do that.
No.
It won't. It'll kill it.
It'll kill you.
Oh,
Kill the hangout.
Well, have fun, guys.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden we started looping around. But all right, so we get done with Parthenax, we
Go talk to Urag.
talk to Urag up at the college, and you find out about Septimus Cygnus, correct?
Yeah, he says, do you ask him like, hey, do you have his dragons like an Elder Scroll? And he goes, do you know what you're talking about? Even if you're the Archmage, he starts giving you garbage, and you're like, yeah, right. Look here, I might have some books on it. Let me go. And he walks over to one of the bookshelves and gets 2 books out. And one of them is Effects of the Elder Scrolls, which tells you that sometimes reading an Elder Scroll can blind you.
Yes.
If not reading it properly. And then the other ones is Ruminations on the Elder Scrolls, which was written by this guy called Septimus Cygnus. And it's all over the place. It's all over the map. You can't really make sense of it. It's very weirdly written. So you turn around to Urag and say to him, hey, this book here is incomprehensible, I believe is the word you use. If you're playing a Nord, that must have been particularly difficult. When then he says, yes, that was the works of Septimus Cygnus. I think he was a mage there at the college, but then he got involved with the scrolls, and he goes, we used to be close and things like that. And he goes, he's out in the ice pack if you want to go out and talk to them.
Yep. So then you wander out to just north of the college, actually just south of the Chill. If you've never been to the Chill, that's a fun place. The Chill is the prison for Winterhold, right? Uh-oh.
I've never actually been up there. Am I still echoey bad?
Yeah. Our audio is back. Yeah, so the Chill is just north of Septimus Cygnus. And I believe is that the prison for Winterhold? Am I correct on that? Oh, and then Colin's muted.
Yeah, no, sorry, mate. I didn't I muted myself and then forgot to unmute myself because I was coughing up a lung. Yes, it is. It's the prison for Winterhold.
Okay, yeah.
No bars or anything like that, I don't think. I've actually never been there.
Oh, really?
The first time I ever heard about it was from Victor.
It's fun. It seems like it's a really calm little thing. You go in there, you're like, hey, what's going on? And there's a little surprise when you come out. So I'm not going to tell you, but I suggest visiting. I suggest visiting, and yeah.
Pack a lunch, maybe a bit of a picnic.
Yeah. There's no prisoners alive in there. I'm pretty sure. It's pretty cold. You're pretty far north, out in the middle of the ice. Let's see. It is. I think it's directly north. It's directly northeast of Septimus Cygnus Outpost. So if you go northeast and directly north of the College of Winterhold, further out than Septimus Cygnus. So if you plan on going there to visit anybody who's been put in jail, yeah, they're not there. There is a Frost Atronak inside, and he does not attack you, actually.
Oh, nice.
Because he's the guard, I assume, is why. Because I was kind of surprised. I went inside, and I'm like, oh, God, I don't have to fight the Atronak. But it actually doesn't attack you because I guess because it's technically the prison guard for the area.
Weird.
So
he doesn't try to stop you from escaping then?
Well, I wasn't in jail. I just went in to visit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talvis getting in trouble again.
Yeah, he was, he's always up to something. Yeah, we had some fun when we left. I'll just say you want to go there and then you want to leave. That's kind of what you want to do. But beyond that, yeah, you get to Septimus Cygnus. He, of course, has a boat outside of his building. You can head into some little triangular door like you're in Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory and head into his building, and he's down in some frozen icy cave talking to himself, and he wants to open some Dwemer. It's like a giant sphere, right? Essentially.
I thought it was a cube.
Is it a giant cube? Well, he gives you a cube. But the thing he's opening, is it a cube or is it like a giant sphere?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a cube. It's some sort of box or something anyway.
Yeah, maybe that's what, yeah he calls it like
it's
a
kind
box.
of like an artist thing because I think it's bigger on the inside as well.
It definitely is. Well, I haven't opened it yet technically with this playthrough, but and then so he gives you a sphere, a Dwemer sphere, and a Dwemer cube, a lexicon, I should say, that you have to take with you to Blackreach. And
you need the sphere to be able to open the
stairwell, essentially. There's like a table and like a seal, and you use the sphere and opens it up. I enjoyed that run through to get to Blackreach. That's a good test when you head down there the first time through what's that called? Alftan, that's it. I couldn't remember. I'm right there too, and I couldn't remember the name of it. I'm literally on top of it. Yeah, so Alftan's pretty good. It's a good little
long ass dungeon, that one.
It is long. There is kind of a story though as you're going through that it's kind of ancillary. It's not really part of the quest with those thieves and all that are going through there, and you can kind of follow along with that. That's pretty fun too. Adds a little to it. Which is coming
across journals and stuff, and
yeah, and then you get to that end part where the gate is closed, and after quite a long way through the ruins, you get to the end part. There's a gate closed, and there's a Centaurian after you beat some Falmer and stuff. So you take him out, and then you head through some other gates, and there's two people talking, and you're like, "How the hell did you get in here?" Why are you in here? How did this happen?
Yeah, how did they get out? I mean, at one point they were actually taken prisoner by the Falmer.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know.
And then they escaped. Some guy done a bloody distraction or something. Some went the one way, and then these guys. That was it. The Imperial guy wanted to go further in to find the treasure, while everybody else just wanted to get out. But,
that's what it was. Yeah.
And Umana, the woman,
Umana and Stello or something like that, or
Stella,
yeah.
He was the Imperial, and I believe she was his bodyguard.
So they're arguing and then start fighting and killing each other, which is always nice when you're with friends killing each other. You can wait until one of them kills the other.
Usually the woman.
Yes. Or you could just kill both of them.
Yeah, I'll kill both. fireball. She's got an awesome shield on her.
Yeah, the Targe of the Blooded she has, which is you get 3+3 bashing with the shield.
Does 3 points of bleed damage.
Bleeding damage, that's what it is, yeah.
It's not very good. It doesn't do that much damage, but it looks cool and it's got an awesome name.
It does, and you cannot disenchant that though.
No.
That only stays on that. So there is that. That's the only issue. Oh shit! I realized I forgot I need to find a dark elf. I'm heading out to Septimus Cygnus, and I don't even have a dark elf blood yet. But that's the second part of the quest. So after you talk to him, you go through there. You come to the what is that called? Is that the Anamano Clary or something like that? Where the giant spear is after you go down the steps.
Yeah, and a Moncalieri.
With the mirrors and light shining through. Now, how I do it, I think we've talked about this before. The button's light up. The button just to the right of the center console, tap it, wait, tap it, wait, tap it, wait. But look to your left. As soon as the one on the left of the center console lights up, don't tap it anymore.
Yeah,
that's tap that one until the left of that one lights up. And don't tap it anymore. And that way is much easier than trying to figure out how many times you have to tap each one. And eventually,
that's pretty much how I do it. What I do is tap the furthest one on the right twice, and then the one next to it, just look to the left of it, tap that 3 or 4 times. That's when the button on the left side of the console comes on. You press that one, and then wait until the one on the furthest left. And then that's what opens it.
Yep.
Are the horrible echoes back, guys?
No, it's all good.
They're all good, and it's still live. So
look at that.
Awesome.
Hey, I used to have to go crazy on that whole puzzle until I heard Michael talk about on one of his playthroughs. Is you just punch each button until the next one turns blue to the left, and you just keep punching the buttons until the next one turns. I'm just like, oh god, I didn't even know it was that simple.
It seems, if you start hitting them, it gets a little complicated, without paying attention. But
it will reset.
They'll reset. Yeah, once they reset, just start from the right to the left. That's all. Yeah. It's the best way to do it. Yeah. And don't forget to take the lexicon after it's transcribed.
Oh, I've done that before. I'm glad they provide an easy back entrance.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that would be horrible to have to go all the way through that again. But I have totally forgotten it.
Who was it that? Oh, somebody once said that was it Blake? Went through it. Not only did they leave the cube, they left the Elder Scroll behind.
Oh yes, somebody. I do remember that. Yes, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Blake. So went all the way back and then didn't have the bloody scroll with them.
That's hilarious. It's like Arthur X is still just staring at you for some reason.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on? Oh, I got a bug. Oh, wait.
No, I love those things when people are like, oh, I've got a bug. This stupid quest is bugged. I hate this stupid quest. Did you pick up the fucking lexicon? No, I didn't. Oh. That sounds like Colin, that honestly could have been me for all I know. I don't know. I could have forgotten.